I give you the option to do the intro, and that's what you give me? Oh, man.
What do you want me to do? The last time I did an intro, I did the awesome Lucha Underground one, and just you and Boom just like, it's like, fuck you, every time I do an intro, nothing good comes from it.
Oh, man. Well, shoot. All right. Welcome. It's Gorilla Blood Radio. Daniel Correa here with Scott NDX. Oh, man. So we were just off air here having actually a really good conversation, and my dumbass didn't think to hit record as we were talking about this. We were actually talking about the whole controversy with Sexy Star Triplemania from a couple weeks ago. I don't think we touched on it last week on our show.
No, I don't think we did because we weren't mentioning it at all.
Yeah, we really got into our movies and stuff last week. So basically, for those of you guys who don't know out there, Triplemania 25, AAA Mexico, Lucha Libre, they had their WrestleMania show. There was a four-way match between the Reina de Reinas champion Sexy Star, Rosemary from GFW, Lady Shani, and Hamada. The match itself was just an absolute clusterfuck, to put it bluntly. It looked sloppy as hell, and the match itself at the very end was marred by Sexy Star cranking on a submission on Rosemary, the referee ringing the bell trying to pull her off, she lets go, and then cranks on Rosemary's arm again. After the whole thing is when the drama started, because people now have basically blackballed Sexy Star for the whole situation of basically shooting on Rosemary. I've gone back and watched the match in its entirety. It's bad in general, and you've seen it now too, right, Scott?
Most of it.
Yeah. So
I think we've sitting here during the conversation, went through a good portion of the match and realized how much of a clusterfuck the whole match was.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word.
Yeah, and it's one of those matches where when I first heard about it, because I didn't know Triplemania was even going on until somebody brought up the whole thing with Sexy Star, so I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to go find it. They had it on Twitch, so I was able to AAA has their own Lucha Libre AAA if you want to go find it on Twitch. It's like $4 or whatever if you want to subscribe.
Not that bad.
Yeah, dude, Twitch is kind of awesome like that. You can subscribe to different things for a certain amount of months, and I think it's like $4.99 or something like that for 1 month.
If cable did a la carte like that, I'd probably still have actual television.
Yeah. So I mean, I watched it, and again, maybe I had the preconceived notion of what was going on was mainly Sexy Star, but a lot of the match that I saw was just sloppy as fuck. And from there, I'm watching the match and going, okay, half the time she's on the floor, so there's that. Hamada does introduce weapons, which I didn't even realize were going to be in the match, but it's a fatal four-way type match, so there's basically no disqualification anyway. So there's that. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, there were a lot of stiff shots. There was a lot of sloppy kicks, a lot of no selling. There were a couple times, particularly, that I noticed Sexy Star would get hit with a move, and then somebody would go up to the top rope, and like almost immediately she would get back up. She no-selled a garbage can lid to the head.
And a powerbomb right afterwards.
Yeah, so
like a brainbuster suplex right afterwards.
Yeah, so there's that. Now, our buddy Harry Bob with Pro Wrestling 24/7, they were lucky enough to get an interview with Sexy Star thanks to connections with NBC Sports Radio. Yes, that was a good get, especially only 2 weeks out from the incident. Harry is convinced that it was a setup against her. Now, Hamada is now, because of Sexy Star returning and winning the title, is now the shortest reigning Reina de Reinas champion ever. So it's one of those situations where there's motivation for maybe Hamada wanting to purposefully stiff Sexy Star, make it a little rougher on her because she's upset. That's a sheer possibility. But we don't know. And that's one thing that after the whole interview that they had, and if you guys want to go over to Pro Wrestling 24/7, free plug for them, since again Harry's cool with us. So, but go over there and listen to it. I mean, they had a translator on and everything, so she did the interview in Spanish.
I just want to point out that Hamada didn't lose the title to Sexy Star; she lost it to Taya.
Oh, okay.
And Taya was stripped of the title.
Okay, thank you for correcting me, because I was under the impression it was Sexy Star who took the belt off of Hamada.
So she had no reason to go into business for herself against Sexy Star because Sexy Star didn't do shit.
Okay, yeah, because I don't follow AAA. I follow Lucha Underground, obviously, but I know of Hamada from her time in Impact, and so and she was a champion there as well. So, but so having that moniker now as the shortest reigning champion, it's kind of it's one of those things where, at least now, Harry is bringing up the idea that, well, maybe these other women, Lady Shani and Hamada, purposefully tried to make Sexy Star look weak. And then Sexy Star, obviously, if she's getting stiffed, she's going to fight back, which makes sense. But Rosemary's the one who kind of got caught in the crossfire, if that's the case, because a couple times in the match, she looks disheveled, like she didn't know like what was going on at one point early on. So I don't know. I mean, again, if you want to give it a listen, head on over to Pro Wrestling 24/7. It's one of those things where, I mean, I don't know, and I think whether or not Sexy Star's at fault or whether or not one of the other women are at fault, I think this brings up a really good point about shooting in pro wrestling, because it was a practice back in the old days a lot. I mean, people, obviously, you get potatoed by accident, someone's going to give you a receipt. That's normal.
Hey, that happens in pro wrestling, man. But if you're going to sandbag someone and then hurt yourself, Holly, hey, just looking at the footage and looking at what part of the match that I did see, and I saw about from like the 5-minute mark on to the finale.
It was only a 10-minute match, so.
I mean, it's not like I watched all of it, but what I did watch was, I think, from like the stupid chair spot and the trash can. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was. Yeah,
the chair broke in mid-match when they were trying to sit Lady Shani on it, so it wasn't working right. Yeah.
It was just all kinds of bad to start with, but watching what I watched, it was just straight up shit.
Yeah.
It was just bad pro wrestling all around, and if they went into business for themselves, there's a receipt, and then there's what Sexy Star did, which was fucked up and uncalled.
Yeah, so, I mean, and a lot of people now are speaking out against Sexy Star. Again, without go ahead, sorry.
Sorry, it's like, if you look at the match on YouTube, there's a copy of the match on YouTube, a fan cam, which someone dubbed the Spanish
audio
commentary on, which actually kind of really makes it really interesting to see. All throughout, like, suggested for you about Sexy Star, blah, 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 and Sexy Star, blah, 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 and Sexy Star. So, like, everyone has something to say about it, and, well, we have what Sexy Star says about it on our sister channel.
Yeah.
We actually had an interview with her. So, it's interesting to hear the different sides. We've heard Rosemary, we've heard Sexy Star. What about Hamada and Lady Shani?
Yeah, exactly. That's one of those things that would definitely, I mean, get down to more of the bottom of things, because then from there, if there is any animosity from Hamada or from Shani about it, that could definitely shed some light onto what possibly had happened. Now, even backstage, there's backstage footage that they even showed on Impact this week of Jeff Jarrett getting into it with La Parka and Vampiro trying to be the voice of reason in the middle of everybody, trying to keep people from fighting each other. So it's insane what's going on now. So I don't know if fences have been mended in the past couple of weeks since then with Global Force and AAA, because I mean, Johnny Impact, Johnny Mundo, John Hennigan, whatever the hell you want to call him, has like 3 belts in AAA right now. So if all of a sudden AAA says, no, we're not going to work with you anymore, either Johnny's going to leave Global Force or he's going to leave AAA and be stripped of all those titles.
I think Johnny's going to make much more money in Global Force, especially with the rumors that are going around with them.
Yeah.
AAA is definitely better for him, because working AAA, he can at least still work a shitload of indie shows like he does over in California and do very well for himself.
Yeah, he's actually going to be out here later this month. He's actually pairing up with Joey Mercury again in a tag team match. I think he's supposed to be facing off. It might be the first match back for Adam Thornstowe after injury against the Reno Scum. I think. Don't quote me, but I think that's what I saw.
I demand you go to that show.
Yeah, it's over on the other side of the bay, but I might be going that one. They're also going to be at the Cow Palace. Seriously, dude, APW. If you guys don't know them from Northern California, they played the Cow Palace over the summer, and they're doing it again in November, I believe. So
I demand you go to that show, though. I mean, you can't see Eminem.
Yeah.
Well, the best parts of Eminem.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. So I'm hoping that, like, because again, you alluded to the rumored problems. I mean, we've known for a long time that backstage management of Impact, TNA, Global Force, whatever the hell you want to call it, they've had problems basically since day one, back in the early 2000s. Ed, I believe his name is Ed Nordholm, the guy who is now heading up Global Force, Anthem, whatever, wrestling, doing the wrestling side of it. He basically says that there's nothing wrong. They're trying to launch their version of like the WWE network, but for their footage and stuff like that with the British stuff, Explosion and all that kind of thing. And
well, there's supposedly a lot of good matches that happen on Explosions that no one gets to fucking see.
Yeah, unless you ever, I want to say they put some of them up on YouTube on the Impact Wrestling channel.
It would be nice if let's say they do a subscription.
Yeah, like subscription-based service.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, my brain just said "fuck you," I'm done.
It's all right.
Nope, I'm out. Like, you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where, like, they go upstate and they're, like, going apple picking and the cider and all that, and Ned's just talking and Homer's brain just says, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And you actually hear the click, 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 stomp, and then he collapses. That's exactly what is happening without the collapsing.
Oh, man.
So, if they do a subscription service online, which, I mean, shit, if New Japan can do it, I don't see why TNA can't do it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, they have the catalog.
They have to put all those one-night stands on there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you know what? They even just recently, finally, in the United States, they're doing, like, they're taking that one-night-only series, and they're doing the back Global Force catalog that never aired. So they did number.
You know those episodes that they recorded and never used?
Yeah, exactly. They did the first episode, like for the last 2 weeks, and I think this weekend, I think is episode 2 comes out. So I mean, you're literally these guys now that they have, like a good chunk of them are in WWE. The Bollywood Boys, the club guys, Anderson and Gallows, Bobby Roode, Eric Young. I mean, there's so many guys that were on this Global Force show that are now in WWE.
Well, that doesn't mean anything in pro wrestling anymore.
No, I know, but still, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, we're showcasing a bunch of guys that our competitors have now. Cry.
It's more like, we had them.
Yeah.
We could have used them.
Yeah, so
Oops.
Yeah, exactly. So but I mean, there's some guys that you'll get to see on those programs that you probably haven't seen before. ever. Because that's
This would just be interesting. Like, you go back through TNA's history and just go, he was there, he was there, he was there. Like, half of the E's NXT roster was in
yeah, it's an Impact.
TNA at one point, it felt like.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, even Big Damo had a few matches against Eric Young.
He did.
And now they're in a group together. Insanity.
Yeah, it's really funny to see. Like, even if you go, I mean, you can go back. Dude, Punk was in TNA for a cup of coffee. Friggin'
so was Mickey James as Alexis Lurie.
John Moxley, a.k.a. Dean Ambrose. I mean, you got a lot of guys who, in the twilight of their careers, showed up and did a couple of little spots here and there.
Christian had a pretty decent run.
Dude, Christian had a great run, dude. And it's funny, I actually posted on the Gorilla Blood Instagram a picture of the glorious Bobby Roode back when he was in Team Canada. And I'm like, oh my god, this was like 14 years ago.
See some fucked up shit after listening to his interview on Edge and Christian's podcast. I went through some of the matches on YouTube. It's just like, it's funny because Eric Young was mentioning it, that like, Bobby Roode at one point was bleach blonde with purple. He looked like a fucking Beverly brother. I kid you not.
He does. He did a couple of times. I've seen him. Yeah, I remember that.
He looked exactly like Bo and Blake and Bobby.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just funny to go back and look at this. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, seriously, it's funny because we know it, and I know you've had your moments where you just have said, you know what, fuck this, I'm out when it comes to TNA, and I get it, because sometimes their product...
I still have those moments where fuck this, I'm out. I heard there's been a title change.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those people... Yeah, I mean, you've had it where, like, as soon as Ken Anderson went over there, you're like, fuck this, I'm out.
Oh, God, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's bad enough dealing with some of the shit that they were going through. When Anderson came in, they weren't really at their peak anymore either.
Yeah, I mean, it's I've been watching it. I stumbled upon it by pure accident when it was on Fox Sports. And then when they went to Spike is when I started watching it basically every week.
I used to have family tape it for me on Fridays if I wasn't going to be home. When it was on Fox Sport or Sportsnet, I believe.
Yeah, and one of the things that I liked about the Fox Sports broadcast was they still, I don't know why they did this for the wrestling show, but they did it like it was an actual sporting event where they had like a ticker at the top that actually had if it had a title and who's actually in the match on the top of every single, at least the ones that I watched, a couple that I saw on Fox. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So I knew exactly like, oh, this one dude who's facing off against AJ Styles is Elix Skipper.
Hey, look, they made Elix Skipper more than just, his name is Elix Skipper for a long time with that group he was in.
Yeah. Yeah,
and of course, that scaling the top of the cage, let's be honest, is still one of the coolest things.
Yes, the cage walk, yeah, it will go down in history as one of the coolest moments in wrestling history.
Skipper is probably one of the best guys to make advantage of the six-sided ring, because the shorter ropes allowed him to literally walk across from one end to the other to do a head scissors.
Yeah.
If he had to do that in a 20-foot ring, that shit would never happen.
So yeah, I mean, it's all the stuff that's going on right now, there's a lot of bad press right now around Global Force, especially.
It's not bad press or pro wrestling at the moment.
Well, yeah, pro wrestling in general right now is kind of just whatever. I mean, it has its good moments, but yeah, it even, I don't know, man. Like, it's funny. I mean, I love it. I will always love it. And the fact that my nephew now is getting into it and wants to watch wrestling with me more often is kind of awesome. And my mom kind of is like, oh my god, he's a little you. You're gonna drive me insane. The other day I was watching him, and I'm getting some food for him in the kitchen. And he's on the other side of the room, and he wants his food. And he literally, we just a few days before watched Nakamura wrestle Cena, right? And he literally kind of squats like Nakamura, leans back and goes, "Come on!" I was like, "Oh my god!" And you see Nakamura wrestle once.
Well, that just shows how good Nakamura is.
There's that. He I don't know. I can't remember what the hell we were watching, but we were watching some YouTube video, and out of nowhere, somebody says 2 claps and a Ric Flair, and you hear clap, clap, woo! And my nephew now, I can say 2 claps and a Ric Flair, and he will clap and woo like Ric Flair. It is the fucking... It's the fucking coolest thing.
Grooming him to be a pro wrestler.
Yeah, well, and the funniest part, yeah, which he's now starting to ask. Well, this was really right before I started showing him wrestling stuff. He started asking how to do flips and how to do somersaults and stuff because he really never really did that. So I'm like, oh god, am I really influencing him in that manner to actually get into wrestling? Kind of funny to think about, but whatever. So, but yeah, man, just the way the things are going right now in the wrestling industry. There's so many good things, but a lot of things are being marred, are marring what's going on that are good. I mean, 205 Live, really. I mean, Enzo Amore.
Like, Enzo goes in and he pulls a fucking, Christian Cage, like he was going in TNA. Now he's going to be the champ. Like, there's so many better people on that programming. He shouldn't even be, yeah, just, no.
Well, okay, he can't hold the candle in the ring to those guys at all. Not even close. I mean, he shouldn't even be carrying their goddamn bags. He's a good character. They're basically gonna make him the motherfucking Hulk Hogan of 205 Live. He can barely wrestle a lick, but he's gonna end up being champion because he can talk.
That's a stretch right there.
That's just the way it seems like it's going anyway. Because it would be a damn shame if he beats Neville. Considering the fact that Austin Aries, couldn't put Austin Aries over Neville. And Austin Aries is light years ahead of Enzo Amore in both wrestling skills and charisma, in my opinion. So, but the women's classic, man, the Mae Young Classic, holy hell! Have you caught up on everything with that?
Yeah, but it's still kind of disappointing because it's just like, all right, done.
Yeah, it was, instead of giving it the time that they did for the Cruiserweight Classic to build up over the course of a month, they literally, within 2 weeks, it was like, okay, here's the first round, and then here's the next 2 rounds. And then this Tuesday,
live finale.
Yeah, so right after SmackDown. So I guess 205 is being preempted? That's what I'm guessing? I don't know. Because it's supposed to be right during 205's time slot, right after SmackDown, from what I gather.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So there's that. So where we are now, just for the sake of it, yeah. Well, here I'll run down what happened here. So at least best I can. We had come on, I don't want to watch highlights, stupid thing. I just want regular stupid results. I hate them. I hate WWE.com's freaking website. It's like you can't find things when you want to find things.
Well, it's not like you have to worry about spoilers anymore.
No, I know. But the last week I was able to find everything. No, I don't want video highlights either, you piece of crap. All right, forget it. I'm gonna go find it on Google. I don't like using Google.
Yeah, you probably just use the Wikipedia.
Yeah, you know what? That makes more sense. There we go. Let's see. Why would I type in Mae Young Classic I typed in gave me my bracket one that I looked up beforehand. Mae Young Classic. I just want the Wikipedia one, damn it. There you go.
I just want to know who won and lost, and then we can talk about the matches.
Okay.
Maybe talk about movies, and then call it a night, and then watch another movie.
Okay, so
Sorry, did I pull that out loud?
Yeah, so that's all good. All right, so we had a second round. let's see here. Episode 5 had Abby Lath defeating Rachel Evers.
Yeah, she became a giant killer in this show.
Yeah, that is true. We had Mercedes Martinez beating Princessa Suhei.
Which I was very happy about because, Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah, we had Piper Niven upsetting Serena Deeb.
Yeah, I was honestly not expecting that, but thank God that happened because Niven's become already a favorite of mine and apparently the whole crowd.
Yeah. And then the finale of that episode was Kairi Sane defeating Bianca Belair.
Yeah, no one expected otherwise.
Yeah,
but Bianca Belair, for someone who's only been in the business for a year, has got a lot of upside already.
A lot of people I'm seeing on social media are raving about her. I personally don't care for her because she's still green, obviously. But I just.
But if you ignore the fact that she's green, look what she did in those 2 matches.
She did all right. I'm just not fond of the braid thing. That braid thing bothers me because to me it's a distraction, and I feel.
I think it adds to the whole thing. Like now you have to worry about, well, she's just gonna hit me with her hair instead.
Yeah, well, part of me is wondering, like, what's next? Like, would they throw up a storyline saying, wait, is her hair loaded? Like how you would have your elbow pad loaded, like when like
yes. Oh God, yes.
So I mean, I know that's coming eventually. So
now that you've said that shit has to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm blaming you.
Okay, fine. Episode 6, the second round, they had Candice LeRae defeating Nicole Savoy, which honestly, that match was a lot better for Nicole Savoy than the one I think with Rana Gonzalez. She really didn't get to do all that much in the way of her suplexes and stuff, but Candice LeRae is more savvy veteran. But so LeRae moved on. We got Shayna Baszler defeated Mia Yim, which I'm not shocked, but I'm a little miffed because I think Mia Yim deserved better than that.
Fucking fantastic in the match.
Yeah.
I really hope that means Mia Yim's getting hired because damn, she looked good there.
Yeah.
They can use someone like her.
And then we had Dakota Kai beat Rhea Ripley.
I didn't care who won that match. Honestly.
Yeah.
That was just fun to watch.
That was fun, and you know what?
It's good to know that both of them are in the E.
Yeah, I mean, and it's cool. I love the fact that it was an Aussie versus a Kiwi, so it's that built-in rivalry there. And then we had Lacey Evans against Toni Storm. Toni Storm got the win to move on. Which, seriously, okay.
Lacey Evans is out of place.
It's funny because I don't know. You've heard the band Hailstorm before? You know the band? You've heard them before?
I heard of them. I don't know if I've actually heard them.
I don't know.
One song?
Well, every single time I would see Toni Storm come out to the ring with whatever rockin' music, my brain would think to this Hailstorm song called Love Bites. Basically love bites, but so do I, whatever. She just has that rock star feeling. I love it.
She's money. I mean, she could just go like right to the main roster.
And she's only like, I think she's the youngest person in the tournament. I think she's only like 20. If I'm correct, here I'm gonna look in because I have a link. I can link to whatever it is. She's 21. Oh, her birthday's the day after mine. That's kind of awesome. So, huh? No, whatever. So then we move to the semi. The episode 7, which is, I guess, is that the quarterfinals? I don't know what the frickin' hell I'm at now. Quarterfinals? Yeah, quarterfinals. So episode 7 had the 4 matches of the quarterfinals. Mercedes Martinez defeated Abby Lath.
I was very happy about that too.
Yes, and you know what, Abby Lath, she's just she's gonna go places, man. I really.
She's the former Kimberly.
I know.
So anyone who's ever watched Shimmer or just indie wrestling who's had a chance to watch her knows how good she is.
Yeah.
I mean, look, a lot of these people came from Shimmer. And Shimmer's been getting a lot of free publicity out of this. Thank God. You know, I like the fact. One thing I like about these tournaments is that these some maybe lesser known promotions or just known to smarts promotion get a little more exposure. You know, so having them, use footage of Mercedes Martinez in Shimmer and talking about how she had to take a 2-year break because of a shoulder injury, man, just makes me go, damn, they're trying.
Yeah.
They're trying. And some of these people, I really think, now there's a rumor about a few people getting hired. We can talk about that afterwards if I can find the notes for it.
Yeah.
And,
well, and you know it's funny, just now that we're mentioning Abby Lathe and this part, dude, they actually gave a shout out to CZW because she graduated from their training academy.
Yeah, you have to admit, they've said a lot more than you expect them to say.
I didn't expect to hear CZW. that one caught me off guard. So Mercedes Martinez advanced. Shayna Baszler defeated Candice LeRae, which
Dead match.
They literally put Shayna Baszler over in that match as like the uber heel. That was really what that match was for. Like even letting up on the submission again. So and they even heard jaw jacking towards Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, she was.
So, and then on the other side of the bracket, Kairi Sane defeated Dakota Kai. That was a really good match too. But honestly, the match that I think got everybody excited was Piper Niven and Toni Storm.
Yeah, the crowd was losing their shit for Niven.
It was, dude, and it's one of those things where Piper Niven is a big girl. Don't get me wrong. But she knows how to use her size.
Oh yeah, she actually squashed Toni Storm 5 times.
Oh my god, the flying cross bodies.
At some point she looked at Toni Storm and goes, I don't want to do this to you, but I'm going to squash you 6 times.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to, but you know there's some respect there going up.
Yeah, even
I want to win this.
Yeah, dude, the footage that's going around right now is the sportsmanship spot is what everybody's calling it. Is the whole both of them, like one going the test of strength into the back bridge, back up to the other back bridge, and eventually both of them going into a back bridge together with their hands connected and oh my god, dude, it was such a good little spot. But yeah, it's
like you said, it's always the little things that make you go hot damn, and that was one of those little things that made me go hot damn.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean that match, I mean itself was awesome. Toni Storm did get the win to move on. So the semifinals would end up being Kairi Sane against Toni Storm and Shayna Baszler against Mercedes Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
And so looking at those matchups, I'm like, okay, I hate the idea, especially after seeing all the stuff with the 4 horsewomen of MMA now being there to the other 3 to cheer Shayna Baszler on, and then the backstage confrontation between them and
confrontation also,
in the aisleway there too. Yeah.
Come on.
So, but my worst fear is that a lot of this stuff is happening for a specific reason, because Shayna Baszler did go over Mercedes Martinez. And she made Mercedes Martinez tap out.
Yeah, but at least it was her best match, and Martinez looked very beastly in the whole thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those things where I hate the idea that this whole tournament is just a setup for that. Only because I don't...
I'm sure that has an aspect to it, but let's be honest. Of all the names in the tournament, Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler are the 2 biggest ones.
Yeah, and on the other side, Kairi Sane and Toni Storm, Kairi Sane wound up winning. So the final coming up here on Tuesday is going to be Shayna Baszler against Kairi Sane. 2 people who couldn't be more different in their styles. I mean, Kairi Sane can go strong style, but she is very, very over-the-top flamboyant, and Shayna Baszler is just, I'm going to shoot on you. So, it's, I honestly, I'm pulling for Kairi Sane, mainly because I just don't want to see Shayna Baszler win this thing, because I don't think she's good enough right now as a WWE wrestler. And in general, she's still the MMA chick to me.
I agree with you. I don't think she's that great. I feel Sane should definitely win it. I just hope that this leads to good things for Mercedes Martinez after the showing she had. Pretty much being in the semis. than she was.
Yeah.
Being the oldest one in the tournament, or at least one of the oldest ones.
Yeah, honestly, out of all the people that were in this tournament, right, the only one that I can see them not hiring, I kid you not, the only one I can see them not hiring is Princessa Suhei. That's the only one, and only because I think she's going to end up, I mean, she's at the twilight of her career anyway herself. And I don't know if she was the only one representing Mexico in this tournament. So I don't think she's going to be staying in the United States just to wrestle for WWE. I have this feeling that she's really, I mean, every single one of these ladies on this list who participated, I could see them on the roster. Some of these women, I could see them on the main roster tomorrow.
Well, some of them are already hired.
Yeah, I mean,
some of them are already, in the company. I can definitely see a few going to the main roster.
Well, just this past,
to see if NXT get a little more experience.
Yeah, just this past week on NXT, we did get to see Zeta. Zeta wrestled, so.
Oh, she was signed.
Yeah, so, and it's just, it's a crazy situation, man. Like, I know that they're getting light again in NXT because they've made the announcement that Asuka's being scouted, and would throw whatever the fucking shoulder collarbone injury out the window there because they basically just stopped talking about it. That whatever angle that it was supposed to be, I don't think it was legit. I just think they were saying it so that they could take the belt off of her and then move her up. But now, if with all these signees, holy crap, dude, the depth that they have. If they wanted to, they could move Ember up. They could move Billy and Peyton up. I mean, seriously, like all of a sudden now, I mean, we're gonna be seeing a lot more of what's her name? I want to say Daria Baronato all the time. Sonya Deville.
Sonya.
Yeah, Deville or something like that.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna see a lot more of Lacey Evans.
I'm afraid that Sonya Deville might get lost in the shuffle if they signed
Shayna Baszler because of the MMA style. I mean, again, it's too.
Exactly. I got MMA style. She's a fucking mixed martial artist.
Yeah. And that's the same thing. Honestly, that's the same thing with Liv Morgan for me. It was like she's too much like Carmella.
Yeah.
So she kind of got lost in the shuffle, and I really don't know what's happened to her. She hasn't been on TV in forever.
You say that like that's a big loss.
No, to me it's not. I personally don't care for her. Even like we haven't seen Aaliyah in a while. I don't know what happened with her. So, I mean, they had a bunch of people kind of there, and then now that with this tournament going on, it's like, holy crap, man, the future looks bright. And then the alternates, let me see. So, some of the alternates here, I don't know how many of these you would know off the top of your head. And I'm double checking on the pictures myself because there's a couple names that I think I know, but I'm not totally positive. There is somebody named Barbie Hayden.
No.
She wrestled part of the one night only knockouts thing. She's been in Shine, so she's not very well known, I guess. I don't personally know who she is. Deonna Purrazzo, which we've heard that we've known that name before.
We've seen her before.
Yeah. Jessica James. Now,
no.
I'm torn because I think I know somebody by that name, and I can't remember if it's somebody I know or if it was a wrestler that I met one time. So I'm not positive on that one. Lady Tapa.
I am not surprised, honestly.
And the other one was one of the Canadian ninjas, Nicole Matthews.
These people actually signed, or did they just back?
Well, no, these were just backstage in case of an injury. They were alternates. So, even when the Cruiserweight Classic one happened, there were guys backstage just in case somebody got hurt and they needed somebody to fill in last minute. Like one Bailey's boyfriend, Aaron Solo, was one of the alternates for the Cruiserweight Classic. because he had been there and done a couple of matches as enhancement talent for one, like Heavy Machinery, and the AOP was just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's one of those situations where like they have these people there, and I'm like, wow, even some of the names on the alternate list, I'm like, holy crap.
Well, we all know Lady Tapa. I'm surprised that she hasn't been signed already.
I'm shocked she wasn't actually in the damn tournament. Shoot, even like one of the ladies that was supposed to be in the tournament actually got hurt. Nixon Newell. I don't know off the top of my. She's from Wales. She's done stuff for Prog.
Easy to find on YouTube at least.
Yeah, so Prog.
Nixon Newell versus Rosemary.
Okay, yeah, because she did Progress, What Culture. So I mean, I might have seen her maybe once or twice and not even realize who she was. But she tore an ACL apparently here, or something like that, and they replaced her with Miranda Salinas. So she was the one. I think Miranda Salinas was the one who was the Arizona Cardinal cheerleader. I think that was her. Don't quote me. I'm not positive off the top of my head. I'm getting people confused because there was, 32 people in the damn tournament. I didn't know.
It's not a short tournament.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, the finals Tuesday are going to be Shayna Baszler taking on Kairi Sane. I'm sure we're going to have other matches to fill a card, which I'm hoping we will get Mercedes Martinez and Toni Storm in a match. The runner-ups going against each other. I wouldn't
mind seeing Piper Niven kick someone else's ass again.
Yeah, exactly. Candice LeRae. Seriously, man. Like the women's division is in good hands. Definitely in good hands now.
Well, let's talk about said good hands.
Okay.
All right. We have a few people who are already in the tournament that are already with the company. Whether they were signed when the tournament started or before the tournament, these are the ones that are officially in the company, which is Abby Lathe,
okay,
which we all knew. We've seen Kimberly actually get a win on NXT not too long ago, too, actually. Sarah Logan, Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, which they made a big deal about anyway. We knew Bianca Belair was in the Performance Center. Same with Vanessa Bourne, who I see a lot of upside with. Zeta, we knew was there. Zia Lee or Shia Lee, I can't know how to pronounce her name.
Yeah, that's. I would say yeah, Shia Lee, something like that. Yeah, you're close enough.
Shia Lee.
Yeah. Some of them names are hard to pronounce, man. Seriously.
Sage Beckett, which we all know is a former Rosie Lodolove.
Okay, yeah.
Rhea Ripley, which I remember I looked her up on Instagram and it said WWE behind it. Like, yes.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley.
Just to know that she was already signed.
Yeah, she's good.
Tainara Conti and Lacey Evans. Okay, that's a pretty good group of people already in the company. Got a little showcase doing this. Very nice.
Yeah.
According to a show called AfterBuzz and a person named TK Trinidad on said show, the following 9 people have also been signed to the company since the recording of the Mae Young Classic. And those are Candice LeRae, which shouldn't shock anyone.
Yeah, Candice wrestling.
Pretty much. Honestly, I think the crowd reactions for a few of these make you go, they have to get hired.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll bring that up for a moment as well. Before I move on, one of the names on here is Mercedes Martinez.
Yes!
I'm saying, honestly, I think that is legit. I don't think that's bullshit. I really think that they did sign her because look how, when Kairi Sane won her match, the other person was out of the ring completely.
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler won her match. They kept Martinez in there for a little while.
Yeah.
And Triple H was like, good job. And, helped her get out of the ring.
See, and that was kind of like the Cedric Alexander moment of that tournament.
That's what it felt like. So I really think Mercedes Martinez is going to finally get what she deserves. It's a shot on the main stage, man.
Yeah, and
honestly, I would throw it right on SmackDown.
Oh, shoot, dude. She can come in.
And then fucking punk out Carmella.
That would be fun.
And become the top heel on that programming. And yes, top heel. Because she would make Natty look.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I am so with you. Yeah.
So, yes. So Candice LeRae, no shock there. Mercedes Martinez, if they don't hire her, they're fucking morons. And honestly, this list, if they don't hire everyone on this list that is here right now, they are fucking morons. Next one on the list is Mae Young.
Yeah.
Do we say anything?
No, she's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Another one on this list, which I really hope is true because she won me over with her match, Jazzy Gabber.
Yes.
Holy crap! You want to talk about like a big muscular woman in the vein of Beth Phoenix? You know, she's got that, and the way she wrestled her match was great. Her and Liv worked very well together. Santana Garrett, which honestly I'm surprised she wasn't already signed.
Yeah, I thought she was signed.
I know, right? Kaylee Ray, who only had the first round match, but they made a big stink about her in bracketology, so I already figured there was something going on.
Yeah, I saw her wrestle over through What Culture, and she's done pretty well over there, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah. Shayna Baszler, which is honestly no shock. I mean, that feels like they have to sign her.
Yeah.
Toni Storm, which, again, SmackDown or Raw just says it right there.
Yeah.
And the one I really wanted to see signed because we don't see super heavyweights in female wrestling too often.
Yeah. Piper Niven. Yeah, and that's the thing. People are like saying the whole deal, like there's a lot of body shaming and shit going on. She is a big girl. Here's the thing though. The big difference between her and Nia Jax right now, Piper Niven knows how to use her weight to her advantage.
Not only that, Nia Jax kind of comes off more like an Amazon, and Piper Niven kind of reminds you of like, Birth of Day.
Exactly, dude. That is the best thing I've heard because I totally didn't even think about that until you said it.
It's a completely different size dynamic. Like when you looked at Birth of Day, you looked at Bull Nakano.
Yeah.
Two completely different big women.
Yeah.
That's Piper Niven and Nia Jax right now.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That you just succinctly put it the best way I've heard it so far.
You have no other ways of looking at it, and then Toni Storm would be Medusa.
I like that. I really like that. That does make
I would like a series of matches between the three of them.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell, Jazzy Gabber could fill in the missing spot of your true Glamazon type of character who just go in there and beast someone.
Does that mean Kairi Sane and Oscar the Jumping Bomb Angels?
Yeah.
Dude, this is kind of funny. We're like basically late 80s or early 90s booking women's division.
Yeah, but let's be honest, that's some of the best women's wrestling we got.
Dude, that's all fucking funny.
Okay. Well, if you look at some of the people, Kaylee Ray could be like a modern day Lita character.
Yeah, absolutely.
Toni Storm is just, a thing all to herself. Shayna Baszler comes in as legit badass, and she carries herself like one. So, it's not like you're not buying it. The woman she's a fucking female Baron Corbin.
Yeah, well, and even like Dakota Kai. I mean, I said it personally last week. She reminds me the flower child type of gimmick. But man, dude, she's furious, man. She's kind of like you remember that scene in Space Jam when Tweety Bird gets all pissed off and starts going like all kung fu on the freaking Monstars. That's Dakota Kai to me. I don't know. That's weird.
That was weird.
So I don't know. But
that being said, though, I could definitely there's a lot of people that, let's say, late will sign, but we go with Rhea Ripley. She is, very similar to Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Only I think that I don't know. There's just things I was seeing Ripley do that made me go, damn, she could be really good.
See, and the one person that we haven't mentioned yet so far. We mentioned Mae Young. We haven't mentioned Marty Bell, and I've been seeing a lot of.
I think Marty Bell screwed the pooch on that.
Oh my god, dude! I've been seeing a lot of people saying Marty Bell is not as good as people think, and she didn't stand out.
She looked very lackluster in her match. Beyond lackluster, which is kind of sad because they did a whole thing about her on bracketology as well. And when they do the things on bracketology, those are the people that they're focusing on.
Yeah.
Those are the people that they want you to go, hey, we have our eyes on them, and then, wow, must not have done very well in Performance Center beforehand because shit, she just looked bad in that match.
Yeah, and
It sucks. I've seen Marty Bell, before she even became a wrestler.
yeah. Yeah, it's I mean, because she trained up in your neck of the woods there with
Johnny Rodz.
Yeah, I was gonna say Johnny Rod's school.
Easton's gym in Dumbo.
So yeah, I mean to a point where like Santana Garrett, I think she can do better too. I mean, she faced Piper Niven, and Piper Niven has kind of been like the belle of the ball kind of for this tournament. I don't think
that was planned either. I think they probably had to respond to that crowd reaction that she got in that first match.
Yeah.
Instead of, heckles and boos for being a big chick, she became the fan favorite as a heel.
Yeah, and then you could tell it like slowly changed, and she became like smiles and stuff like that. Even with her match with Toni Storm, like you could tell, like it kind of switched. They switched her midway, even almost through the Serena Deeb match. You could tell it was kind of like, okay, I'm happy to be here. I still want to win, but okay, sorry I had to like like you were saying, I'm sorry I had to crush you 6 times.
Which I mean, if they hired her back, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, she was very much the sympathetic character there.
She was their
Tajiri.
Actually, I was going with Kendrick.
Oh, that's true. You can go with that one too. Yeah, maybe Princess Suhei was their Tajiri for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, man, I'm blown away. I'm happy with this, and again, I think the depth now that they have from all these women is awesome.
The ones that we have confirmed. I mean, just look at this right now: Abby Lake, Sarah Logan, Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, Bianca Belair, Vanessa Bourne. Sage Beckett, Rhea Ripley are all great talents. Zayda, Xia Li, Tanara, and Lacey have ways to go, but there's potential in all 4 of them.
Plus, also too, you didn't mention Kavita Devi that they signed from Kali's school in India.
Oh, because she's not even on this list.
Yeah.
She's on this list of the thing. People completely forgot about it. She was very impressive, even though she was very limited.
Yeah.
She was impressive, and it's just like if you push her in the right direction, she could go far as just like that tall. She's lanky and tall.
Yeah, she basically is that. I mean,
and I liked her outfit too. Just like it felt very like she just walked off an Indian street and just got into a ring and beat people up.
Oh yeah. No, it makes sense.
Well, it worked for who she was, though.
Yeah, and
like she just like took the thing and just wrapped it around her waist, tied it up, and said, "All right, I'm ready to go."
Yeah, and we said about with Tainara Conti too, her judo background, that can really come in handy.
Man, that was nice.
Yeah,
it felt like real early mixed martial arts too.
Yeah, dude, it's all of a sudden I'm thinking the what was it, the Komatage or whatever it was called in Kumite. That's what it was.
Oh my God! Know your fucking death battle.
I'm sorry. What the hell did I say? Kumatage? What? I don't.
Kumatage is something. What the fuck? I know that word too.
I don't know what. I hopefully just didn't like declare war on somebody.
Probably not. But Kumatage is something else. Look, at least you didn't go like the Kali Ma. That's when you rip a guy's heart out. You
Kali Ma.
Side note, slight tangent. Every once in a while, when I have to run art and I don't have anything planned, I do an activity with the kids where the kids have to add something to the picture.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, Junior, what are we adding to the picture? A baseball. Everyone has to draw up a baseball.
Oh, cool.
All right. What are you going to add, Heather? We don't have any Heathers, so I can use that name. Heather goes, a heart. Like, all right, everyone, add a heart. So I drew a giant hand holding a heart in the background, a real human heart, and just wrote Kalima on the paper. And one person got it, and it was a good luck.
Nobody.
Everyone else is like, why did you draw that? That's Scott. I just went Kalima. Then again, during the summer, not this summer, but the last summer, I was messing with some wrestling fan kids. Like, the Miz stinks. And I'm like, he's awesome.
That's funny.
Because I can do that. And I do believe he's awesome.
Yep. That's funny. Oh man.
Yes, working with kids makes life a joy.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Sometimes it's a joy. Sometimes it's hell. Especially high school kids. So. But
that's why I keep telling you, working in elementary school, it's so much easier.
I just don't have the energy.
You don't need that. What energy do you need to work with, the little ones?
Sometimes it just seems like especially my nephew, dude. He's got boundless energy. It's insane to me.
Okay, most of them perform themselves in a school setting. He's at home hanging out with his uncle.
True. Okay.
Okay, you're not going to be their uncle.
That's very fair. Maybe.
That's his answer for saying, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Yeah.
If anything, I may have to do.
That's my best impression of Dana Carvey.
Ain't gonna do it, man. If I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna make sure I try it like how an after school program kind of thing too. So just to at least kind of see how it goes. Yeah. So. Oh, dude, random again. You saying random side note and going on your tangent about art made me think of something else art-wise. I was walking around the mall the other day, out here, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh, cool, I'm gonna go walk into GameStop. Well, right next to GameStop, there's a legitimate storefront, and it's like an art studio where you could drop your kids off while you're shopping for like a 30-minute art lesson.
For free?
No, well, obviously you gotta pay, but it's one of those things where it's like a drop-in thing. They have at least one person there all the time, where it's like whatever. I can't think of the name of the studio, otherwise I give them a plug. But yeah, they had like in the window they had a bunch of canvases and stuff like that some of the kids that had been there had painted, and so yeah, they'll do little like 30-minute lessons if you want to drop your kid off while you go shopping. I was like, dude, that's kind of cool. So.
What did you learn in that time?
Yeah, I mean, it's something. I mean, it might even have like weekly lessons already. If you plan it. I didn't go in and really look, but yeah, I just saw the sign that said 30-minute lessons or whatever longer and things like that. So I'm sure they have like a weekly thing. So especially if if you work at the mall or something like that, how cool would it be to kind of just be like, okay, your kid gets off of school, takes the bus down to the from the school down to the mall, go hang out in the mall at the and do the art project after school, and then once you get off of work or something, because I know it's not just storefront people there. They have people that work in the back that do numbers and stuff. But yeah, I thought that was kind of neat. I don't know. You saying stuff about art and sidebarring, my brain went, oh crap, okay, I forgot about that. Thought you might dig that. So since we were still on wrestling, have you caught up on Lucha Underground yet? No.
I've been focusing on Sci-Fi September and Animated August, so one gives way to the other.
I get it.
I just
it's all.
I've been keeping up like I want.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah, seriously, it's getting to a point, dude. They're about to have their 100th episode of Lucha Underground.
Yeah, I think next week.
Yeah, that's.
So I hope to catch up before then, even though I got work starting again regular time on Monday. But I kind of want work to start again. I miss work start. Yeah, I miss start. No, I miss work.
Yeah, no, I get you. So, all right. So we'll put aside Lucha Underground. We'll kind of put a bookmark in that again for another week.
I'll try to get it ready for next week.
Dude, especially considering Ultima Lucha 3 is coming up soon. So,
I know. I'm sorry.
So, all right. Well,
stop hitting me with the bat. Sorry.
So since you have watched movies for Sci-Fi September, right?
Well, I mean, it is September.
Yeah, so let's you run down your list here. See, we only had a couple of days.
Excuse
me. So, but I know we had a couple of days already from last week on our show, so it wasn't too many. But if you want to run down your whole list, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, well, there's only Well, right now it is September 9th/10th, depending on what time zone you're in.
Future boy. Future boy.
And I've had already watched 12 movies, including one right before, coming on to this program that you're listening to right now.
Yay, Gorilla Bud Radio.
Yes. And I started off, which I thought was something I haven't watched in a long time, and I felt like I absolutely needed to watch again. Demolition Man.
Which I still haven't watched yet, and I totally forgot until I saw your list again, like right before we went on air, and went, shit, I was supposed to watch that. Damn it. So I gotta find that. I seriously gotta find it.
You need to watch that after we're off the air.
Okay, I literally gotta find that, like somewhere.
You need to absolutely watch that once we get off the air, ASAP. No questions about it. Put it on.
All right, if I can find it, hopefully I can.
No, there's not. If you can find it, you will fucking watch it. I don't care how.
All right, fine.
Okay. Then I decided to watch some not Mad Max with 1990 The Bronx Warriors from 1982. And Escape from the Bronx, a.k.a. The Bronx Warriors 2, a.k.a. Escape 2000 from 1983, which stars the same lead actor and doesn't feel connected at all.
Fun.
Yeah. It was.
Which, I gotta ask, if one is 1990 and the other one is Escape 2000, and they were only done 1 year apart, did they make him age 10 years somehow?
No, they just put him in a leather jacket.
Okay, I just was wondering. It just crossed my mind because 10 years difference.
Nope. Then I watched Contact, which I forgot was a long-ass fucking movie, and yet almost nothing happens in it, and I love watching it. So I'm very happy I finally own a copy of that. Then I watched, I am the power! Masters of the Universe.
Nice.
Honestly, if you've never seen this version of Masters of the Universe, you really should. It's from 1987. Graphically, for the most part, it really holds up, considering it's from 1987. And Frank Langella, playing Skeletor, doesn't just eat the scenery; he eats the whole fucking movie. That's how much fun he's having in it.
Yeah, last Sci-Fi September, I think, was the first time I'd ever seen it. So.
What did you think of it?
I liked it. It's hokey, obviously.
Stupid as fuck. It has nothing to do with Masters of the Universe outside of the characters' names, and yet it's still fun as shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I liked it. Like I said, it's hokey, but still, it's like, okay, cool, this is fun.
It was absolute blast. I actually saw it at a midnight movie about 5 years ago. I think for the 25th anniversary, I caught a midnight showing of it.
Nice.
There was like seven of us in the crowd. Two of us was me and Tomas. It was a shame that there was no one there, because those of us that were there just enjoyed the fuck out of what we consider a good movie. It's also a movie I got for free from Virgin Megastore. No wonder why they closed.
Nice.
So that DVD of mine means so much more because of that. Plus, it's one of the cool Keep Taste DVDs, the cardboard ones.
Huh? Nice.
I miss those because they were different. They were by Warner Brothers. I think Warner Brothers is the only company that did that.
Yeah.
They're like cardboard flip DVD cases.
Yeah, I think I have one from The Matrix. Yeah, I have one from The Matrix, I think.
Yes. They did them for a little while, and then they stopped doing them about a decade ago, and it's like really sad. So every time I run across one that has really cool artwork on it, like Soylent Green and Clash of the Titans. Now, I plan on getting Clash of the Titans on Blu-ray. I just do, because it's stop motion animation to the highest degree. But when I saw the cover to this, I'm like, well, fuck, I gotta see that. So I own it, and it's mine. I also never saw Soylent Green, so getting a copy in a keep case for $3 was not a bad deal for me. Then I watched Vampire Hunter D and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, because I've had Bloodlust sitting on my to-do pile for a long time now, and I felt like I finally needed to watch it.
Right on.
Plus vampires. Sci-fi.
Hey, that works.
Then I took a break. Like, at this point, I was already like 3-4 movies ahead. So, I spent Labor Day weekend watching both seasons of Young Justice from DC.
Okay. So
The whole season.
So it counts, but it doesn't count?
It doesn't count, so... I mean, I know we've always joked, well, if you want to add, if you want to count a television show, you got to watch the whole season. Well, I did. I'm not counting it, but I did, okay?
That's just like me, kind of like I've been watching Dexter off and on throughout, like, animated August, and now into this one off and on.
There's no off and on.
You literally binged
the first 36 episodes, 37 episodes in one night.
God damn.
15 straight hours.
God damn.
Yeah. I regret nothing.
Okay.
Actually, I regret one thing. Having to go to work the next day and having to wait until that evening to finish the season.
Oh, man.
But it was very much worth sitting through. And while it doesn't count, I'm counting it.
Okay.
Then, after that little break, I decided to watch Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 because fucking Kurt Russell and Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
Yo, you can hate everything about that movie. Kurt Russell and Michael Rooker steal the goddamn show.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. It's like, yep. Oh, God, why did they kill him? Spoiler alert. Why did they kill him? Oh, God.
Yeah, that was sad. I actually teared up.
He was like a real villain, didn't he?
Yeah, I teared up in the movie theater, dude, watching.
I won't lie. I had man tears. I miss my dad.
Yeah, my dad was really David Hasselhoff.
He kind of was. I like the fact that you even got David Hasselhoff in there for a second.
Yeah, a couple times, actually, in the credits and in the one scene where Kurt Russell kind of turns into him.
And he also sings the Guardians of the Galaxy song during the credits.
Yeah.
Because the man can sing. Don't let anyone fool you. You know, they always joke, David Hasselhoff is a singer, because he is. He's a legitimate singer. I decided to do some more Not Mad Max last night after I got home from a long day of hanging out with someone.
Okay.
And I was going through my artwork, so I was watching Steel Dawn, which was a Patrick Swayze-led Mad Max knockoff.
Okay.
Which is not bad, you know. Had a few people in there you recognize. Oh, hey, I know that dude. I've seen him die so many times in movies. And he died in this one, too.
Of course.
And the guy who played the mummy, Arnold Vosloo, or whatever his name was, had an early role in this, too.
Wait, the guy who plays Imhotep?
Yeah,
in the Brendan
Fraser mummy.
Okay, yeah, Imhotep, yeah.
Watch that today.
That'd be a fun one.
That would count.
Yeah?
Then I watched Europa Report.
What is that one about? That sounds familiar.
Okay, so we've talked about it on the forum. It's a found footage style movie. Well, most of the cameras are stationary because it's about a space shuttle that goes to the Saturn moon Europa, or Jupiter's moon Europa. Jupiter. Because it's the ice. It's surrounded by ice and oceans underneath. The idea of possible life living on the planet because of all the water and shit like that. So it was a found footage film. It's very stressful because space is both fascinating and freaks me out.
Okay.
Because of how fucking vast it is.
Yeah.
And it's just like this whole bunch of nothing, blah, 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 blah. This whole bunch of nothingness that's out there. And like, we can barely get past the Milky Way. How big that thing is. And then there's just billions of other galaxies out there like that. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's honestly, you would think sometime within maybe not our lifetime, but within the next generation's lifetime, you would think maybe sooner or later something would come into our galaxy and like try to destroy us.
Or it's just like, hey, oh shit, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh shit, Spaceballs. There goes the planet.
Yeah.
Type of thing. You know? But yeah, it freaks me out just how much is fucking out there that we don't understand. Because we're just this puny little blue ball of nothingness floating through, you know, one galaxy in the midst of millions and millions of other galaxies, which are floating in the belly of a giant space whale. At least that's my theory.
Okay.
Now, if that's the case, just imagine how big that fucking space whale is.
True. Okay.
And if the universe is expanding outwards, the space whale is gas.
You sure it's a space whale and not a space dolphin?
Space whale.
Okay. Just making sure.
That'll be the sequel somewhere. So Europa Report is about them landing on the moon, Europa, and having to deal with trying to find life and shit not going right and blah, 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 yada, yada. Oh no, things happening. And then eventually they find out that there are like alien creatures that literally look like the fucking squid robot from the Matrix.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if it was cool, but the idea that the way it went and how they made the movie, how no one survived at the end, and it was very suspenseful for me, even though I don't like found footage movies normally, I really enjoyed this. So it's definitely going to be on repeat viewing over the years.
Okay.
And it also has Sharlto Copley in it, and I'm a huge fanboy of his.
Right on. Right on.
Do you know who that is?
I have no idea.
Okay. Have you ever seen the A-Team movie?
The A-Team movie?
Yeah, you know, with Rampage fucking B.A. Baracus.
No, I have not seen that.
As Hannibal.
I have not.
Oh god, he played Murdoch in it. You know, the one who's batshit insane.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's fucking. You gotta watch that because what's his name? The guy who plays Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper plays Face, and he's like the personification of what Face should be. He is fun. It's a great fucking movie, man. Okay. I'm disappointed they never made the sequel they planned.
Yeah, I
really enjoyed it. Well, now you know what to watch for November. Write that down.
Okay. All right.
A-Team movie.
Okay. All right.
You will not be disappointed. It's an entertaining fucking film.
I'm sure my dad has it somewhere because he watched the A-Team on television.
Rampage was pretty good as B.A. Baracus too.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I don't know. As a person, he seems kind of dopey.
Yeah. Doesn't Mr. T?
That is true. But at least he loves his mama.
I think he's supposed to be a genius.
I don't know. At least he loves his mama.
Yeah, but I think Mr. T is like men's quality intelligence. He just comes off as, you know, a fool sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is not bad as long as we don't pity him.
Yeah. Yeah, don't pity the fool.
He never says the line in the movie, but as respect to it, on his knuckles, one hand has pity tattooed on it, and the other one has fool.
That's funny. That's pretty cool.
It was one of those nice little side ways of doing it without sounding goofy, you know?
Easter egg without...
The game was everyone saying, I pity the fool.
Yeah.
You know, as good as Mr. T, so why even try?
Yeah, it makes sense. All right.
You know, you're not going to sit there and go, that's going to work. So, yeah, you got to watch A-Team. Europa Report, I think, is entertaining. If you can find it, I'd watch it. Probably in a dark room to really fuck with you.
No.
It's a combination horror, sci-fi, more sci-fi, suspense. It's not like, type of horror.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely, it definitely keeps you on the edge of your seat if you're into that type of shit. And then I watched Saturn 3, which is very generic, very 1980, because it came out in 1980. Very too much Kirk Douglas ass, not enough Farrah Fawcett ass.
No.
And Harvey Keitel dubbed over by a British dude. And a crazy robot.
Well, if it's got a crazy robot, I mean, that makes everything better.
That doesn't hurt. No, it doesn't. And the puppetry for the robot's not bad considering it's 1980. They don't have special effects like they do now.
Practical, yay.
Hey, it took 20 people to apparently puppeteer the robot, too. So
that's fun.
That's kind of more impressive to me.
Cool. Right on.
So, yeah, I enjoyed that. And in case anyone's wondering what's my count for DV December, I will tell you that in a moment. Because I know it's not December. Shut up. But I think it's important that if you saw the photo on Instagram of my bed in the living room,
yes,
you'll see that it is literally covered from top to bottom, left to right, in movies. Not being sarcastic here.
Yeah, way ton of
exaggeration. It's not a joke.
Yes.
Go to Scott NDX at Instagram It is probably the 5th or 6th, maybe 10th. I'll even give you the exact spot it is on my Instagram. Once I get there.
Yeah.
No! It is photo number... Oh, dang. It's actually got that pretty far. I've done a lot of art since I've taken that photo.
Yay.
All right, it's photo number 6, 12, 18. Photo number 19 on my Instagram.
Cool.
Literally a sea of movies.
Hell, while you're...
Pop figurine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, while you're there, go like his artwork and hit him up for a commission or something. That Finn Balor one that you did was pretty sweet, dude.
The most recent one?
Yeah, I like the doing the coup de grace.
Yeah, I'm trying to play up that cartoon comic book style that we're talking about for the book that we want to do. Yeah, oddly enough, these old ass stencils from like 12, 15 years ago has nearly triple digits in likes.
Wow.
That makes me feel bad.
Well, whatever.
No, it does. It's like, you used to be good, man. What happened to you? Oh, God. Why?
Yeah.
I was looking at some of my drawings from back then and going, like, holy shit. What the fuck?
Hey, you're your own harshest critic. I know I do the same thing myself.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at it, there's a few pictures here that, like, I really need to do a little more. I like how the way Finn Balor came out. Like, that one I felt looks better than, like, you know, the werewolf that I drew maybe a couple of days ago. Yeah, that's literally got twice as many likes as it.
Well, you also, a lot of your friend, the people that follow you and stuff like that, are probably more geared towards the movie side than the wrestling side.
It don't matter. Just like fave my art. My art. Stop faving the movies. You know what? I'm very tempted to start a second Instagram just for all the crap that I own.
Yeah, I can see that.
Don't. Keep putting it on with the art to see how the art does on its own.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I got the piles in my living room separated a little. Like I got 4.5 rows of just movies. One row all the way in the back, all Criterion Collection films only. A small pile of Region 2 and 3 movies that I can't really play because I don't have a Region 3 player. A stack of wrestling DVDs I haven't watched yet. The box that's no longer there because I now have it on my shelf for the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Pop. A box of Russ Meyer's movies, you know, King of the Skin Flicks. That should be good. And a full collection of Godzilla films, bootlegs. And then a whole row of just sci-fi movies.
Well, that comes in handy this month.
I kind of did that on purpose.
Yeah.
You know, some of the sci-fi films on there was Looper, Ex Machina, Highlander, Akira. These are the ones I plan on watching. A Sci-Fi Invasion box set, which is just 50, not region free, but what's the word I'm looking for? 50 copyright free. You know, they have no copyright anymore. They're public domain. Public domain films. 50 public domain sci-fi films, and then 50 public domain sci-fi invasion films.
Dude, last school year.
Films on each box that are good.
Yeah, last school year, dude. One of the teachers was like, "Hey, you're gonna sub for me. I'm gonna have you show a movie. I don't know what it is yet." I show up. It's Ex Machina. All I was hoping and crossing my fingers was that nobody from the school administration came in during certain scenes. Because
that's a rated R film, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't they have any control?
No.
In California?
No. It's one of those things you would think. You would think. But it's one of those, like, seriously, you can't, without, like, an actual doctor's note, like, a teacher cannot give a kid an aspirin. Like, they have to go to the office and have medication on file with the office to get their meds. But I can't.
Trust me, that's in general for all schools.
I'm just saying. But they,
like, we did our parent orientation, and we straight up told parents that even though we're trained for it, we can't give your kids anything.
Yeah, because they don't.
Give them a Band-Aid, an ice pack, and a pat on the head, and then call you.
Exactly. Yeah, but the main thing is they have they used to have where anytime a movie was going to be shown, you had to give a week's notice. You'd give a flyer out to the kids saying, here, I'm going to show this movie. Here's the reason why we're watching it. Bring it home. Have your parents sign it, especially if it was rated R. Because PG-13, the high school kids, it don't matter anymore. They're 13, don't matter. But if it was rated R, it had to be parent signature. Come back, and if I didn't have a parent signature, you get sent out of the room. So now most teachers don't care. Most parents, probably don't care. Especially from what I've seen from some of these kids that don't really even try, and it doesn't seem like the parents are involved in school or show up to back to school night of the couple times that I've had to go because I was long-terming. But they have they give out forms so that they can use the computers and say, oh, I will not go on to stupid websites and try to do whatever on it, or
I won't be going to Pornhub.com.
Basically kind of stuff like that, or I'm not going to try to hack the system or whatever like it.
Yes, Pornhub.
So, but yeah, it's one of those situations where so they do that, but they don't do the thing for the movies anymore, and I'm like, okay, whatever. It don't make sense to me. But yeah, the teacher asked me to show Ex Machina, and I'm like, really? Okay, there's full frontal in a couple different spots of this film. Okay.
Why?
I don't know. It's just one of those.
What was this you were selling it for?
Of all things, it was kind of right near the tail end of a year, and they were just like, you know what, fuck it. I just want to give them something to watch where they can start thinking about AI and what's coming in the world.
Show them AI!
Huh? Well.
Show them AI! I want them to think about artificial intelligence. Show them AI! Show them Centennial Man!
They were, but the whole idea about it being the AI looking like us and pretending to be us.
Hello! A fucking eye!
Oh.
Literally, boy robot looks like a fucking child.
So.
I don't even like that movie. I would choose that over Ex Machina.
So I don't know, but that I don't know why it was shown. But
first, Bicentennial Man would cover that too. Dude looks like a robot most of his life. Eventually turns into someone that looks like an actual human. Robin Williams. Then dies an actual human, being considered an actual human after 200 years of living.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god, I don't like this teacher. Who is this teacher so I can punch him in the face?
No.
I'm not going to punch him in the face. I really won't.
But,
what is wrong with this person?
I don't know. But they show, dude, I've shown so many weird movies. I've shown.
How did you show Terminator instead and still be better?
Oh man, yeah, no, it's. I've shown. Sometimes I don't realize it at the time. Sometimes they tie it to the lesson and whatnot. I've shown Disney movies, and they'll. Again, for it's just they do it just because. Oh, okay, cool. It's a Spanish class. We're gonna show a Disney movie and put the Spanish language on. Okay, you're basically.
That's idiotic.
You just are phoning it in for that day. That's really what that one is.
Oh my god, there's so many films out there that are made in Spain.
Yeah. So, but there's stuff like that. I've shown.
It's like going to a Japanese class and watching a Godzilla film.
Have you
1998 Godzilla?
Have you ever seen the movie Up in the Air? I think it's called Up in the Air with George Clooney and Anna Kendrick. I think it's her. Yeah. I don't know if you ever seen that. Okay, basically, George Clooney is one of the people that he basically gets hired to go around and fire people when they're doing mass layoffs. So that he's the guy who comes and approaches all the people in the building so that the bosses don't have to do the dirty work.
Yes.
Well, Anna Kendrick is part of the new regime, and they're trying to do the whole, we're going to have these people come into a room where there's a computer, and we're going to fire you basically via Skype. And the whole movie's based on the face-to-face interaction is going away in person to this the information age of we're gonna people are breaking up via text messages and quitting jobs via email and now being fired by Skype. it's a weird movie, and it was I'm seriously, dude. Some of the movies that are shown are so weird. Like I've showed what was it I guess for a psychology type class it makes sense to do the Silver Linings Playbook or what it was that.
I enjoyed that movie, but yeah, that's actually really good psychological.
Yeah, stuff like that works.
Psychological damage due to outside sources.
Yeah, so that sometimes it makes sense, but
That's a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, but like for the sake of like, hey, I'm in a math class, but the teacher's phoning it in, and so hey, just throw on Jumanji. What do you want me to teach probability? I can teach probability and tie it to Jumanji if you really wanted to, but I don't know why I'm showing Jumanji in a math class. Whatever. So, all right. On that note, I shall go down my list here because I have a list too. Yay! Started mine off with a movie called Spectral, which talked about last week. It's kind of cool. Military-esque movie using full spectrum cameras, and it's basically like the enemy is either using active camo or they're ghosts. So it's kind of neat.
Oh, so they're fighting a predator.
Kind of, but the way they tie it all together at the end, and it's pretty neat. It was like experimental type stuff on that. I watched one called Time Crimes, which at the time didn't realize it was in Spanish.
Was it also horrible?
And it was bad. Yeah, it was like Groundhog Day timeline, but like I don't want to see myself in the timeline. There's 3 of me, that kind of thing. So
hey, Looper.
Yeah, and the fact that like at one point in time the guy wears a hood and actually stabs himself just so the timeline doesn't change. It's weird. It's really weird.
I know. I just want to go just for a second. It was really stupid. Reading Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern, which is the current one of the 2 current Green Lantern books.
Okay.
That deal with the regular Lanterns. Soren Aknatu, who's taking over the Yellow Lanterns, and Kyle Rayner, they were attacked. Their group was attacked by someone who was from the future. The future just happened to be there. It's a whole bunch of hullabaloo stupidity. That just reminded me of that.
It sounds.
Where she found out that it was the kid was hers, after doing a DNA test on it, and then the kid started disappearing when she found out the information. It's like, oh no, that will never happen.
Well, no. See, that's what gets me about time travel movies, because there's always like in the original timeline, like Terminator, the original timeline happened without John Connor sending back Kyle Reese, right? So somehow it got there. In the original timeline, how was John Connor born?
Dude, that's a paradox of time loops.
I know, that's the problem. So
legitimately, the Terminator series is just a series of time loops.
Yeah, that's all it is. So Kyle Reese had to be sent back for John Connor to be born. Like, but how does it happen in the first place without Kyle Reese being in the past? Like, that's the problem I have with Terminator. Like, I love the movie. So
you know what? Stop with your semantics and you're trying to justify time loops. It's the fucking Terminator. Just enjoy it.
Okay. All right. So after Time Crimes,
it's a great movie. Actually, I can't watch Genesis again.
Yeah. After Time Crimes, I watched Mars Attacks, which is fucking awesome.
Classic.
It is so good. And then I got the okay from Dave to add this to my list. I did watch the new Netflix exclusive Death Note, which not as good, not nearly even close to as good as the anime or even the Japanese versions. But it does have to do with a magical book and Shinigami death gods. And it kind of, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say it was good at all. It was very mediocre. So then I watched Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, partially again with my nephew, which is kind of funny. So because he freaking loves Groot. He loves Groot, man. It's kind of awesome. And shockingly,
not love.
I know. And then shockingly, the next day, he wound up because he loves to draw too, which is kind of awesome. I think it's really. I bought him a sketchbook because he used to always take random pieces of paper out of the computer printer, and start drawing on stuff. So I bought him a sketchbook, and it was the next day he was coming up, and because I guess he's been watching a little bit of Pokemon and stuff like that, so he's like asking me for Pokemon, and all of a sudden he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna draw Groot, and then I'm gonna draw the green girl," and I said Gamora, and he goes, "Okay, yeah," and then I'm gonna draw Rocket. I mean, and then he legitimately came into my room and grabbed one of my pops and started drawing Star-Lord from my pop. Dude, he is for being 6 years old, man. He's gonna be 7 here in less than a month. He is freaking good, dude. He has gotten so good at doing stuff, just drawing either from memory or from looking at something. He for his age, it's pretty awesome. I'm excited for him. And then I watched Doctor Strange because again, it's Doctor Strange. I really like that movie. Didn't know nothing about it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing about it when I first saw it in the theater. So I honestly I've heard people bitch and complain about the ancient one being a chick or whatever.
It's more the lack of being Asian.
Yeah, I think that's probably it too. But the time loop again. Speaking of time loops, the Dormammu sequence is fucking hilarious to me.
I like the way they made Dormammu look too.
Yeah.
No, fuck the haters. That's a great movie.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it, and I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah. So, and then I wound up watching Ghost in the Shell, the most recent remake, the Americanized remake of it. Which
how bad was that?
It wasn't terrible.
Okay, so it's that bad.
It's one of those movies where I'm kind of like, I really didn't know much of the story anyway. I haven't even watched the anime, so whatever. It kind of almost was like had the same feeling. What was the last one with Scarlett Johansson that came out where she was like the drug runner?
Oh.
I can't remember. She accidentally became a drug runner. It was supposed to be her boyfriend or something, and she got kidnapped, and they put drugs in her and sent her out, and then she got all like, because of the drug whatever was inside of her. Lucy, thank you. It kind of that one. It was almost kind of like it was like she played the character almost the same way, at least, and I really wasn't overly fond of that one either. So.
Wait, you mean Scarlett Johansson playing a wooden character woodenly? What?
Yeah. So.
The shit you say.
Yeah. So. And then I watched today. I've watched two today. I watched something called Gantz Zero. Gantz basically is like a video game type of thing. It's weird. It's actual anime. They if you you have the first one, so you kind of know what it is. So the whole idea is, person dies in real life, they come back, and it's like they're this character in a video game where they have to go out and kill alien type monsters in the different cities of Tokyo and Osaka and stuff like that. And so it's pretty cool to see where you have to get if you get a certain amount of points, you get option to resurrect somebody from the game. You can go back to your own life. You can upgrade your weaponry. So some people just continue to keep.
I gotta get more of that show, man. That book now. Fuck.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I only have volume 1.
Yeah.
Now that I got no more details, I want to get that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really well done. It's 3D anime style, so it felt like more so like is the style you would have seen like in like a video game, like DOA type of look to it. I mean, all the way even down to the jiggle physics, dude. Yeah. So I mean,
there's gonna be jiggle physics.
Exactly, but it was the 3D style anime. But it was really cool. I really liked it, and it's one of those things where it's kind of refreshing to watch an anime and not hear the same Americanized voice for the dub. Because a lot of the animes that I've watched have like Bryce Papenbrook plays somebody on there, and if he did,
everything.
yeah, if he did play somebody, I didn't notice it. So that was cool. And then finally got to watch for the first time ever Spawn.
What'd you think?
I liked it. I thought it was.
Graphics are so fucking dated now.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. The sequence when they're fighting in hell is just hilarious to me.
It's still bad.
Yeah.
It's still a pretty entertaining movie.
Oh yeah, dude.
John Leguizamo is the fucking clown.
Oh, dude, yeah. As soon as I saw John, I'm like, who the fuck is John Leguizamo? And then I saw the clown. I was like, oh my god, that's fucking awesome. And then,
and Michael J. White.
Yeah.
Very underrated action actor.
And I was gonna say he's been in Universal Soldier, and also I want to say I saw when I was looking him up, he does voiceovers for like the Boondocks and a couple other animes as well for dubs and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
He also debuted in one of the Toxic Avenger movies.
Oh, right on.
I wouldn't say that's right on, but
hey,
it happens. Yeah, I mean, the dude is very, B quality, but fuck, Black Dynamite alone is just proving how good he can be.
Okay, that was another one I think I saw on that list. Yeah.
If he's given the right vehicle, the dude could do some really fun shit.
And you know what's funny is I'm sitting there watching that, and I'm going, his wife from it, and I'm like, why does she look familiar? Then I look her up and I go, oh my god, she played Michael Jordan's wife in Space Jam. I was like, that's how I know her. I had no idea what else she was in. I don't care. But she was in Space Jam as Michael Jordan's wife.
Well, there you go.
So, which is funny because that's one I even mentioned I gotta have my nephew watch because he's never seen Space Jam.
Oh, one of my coworkers, she watched Space Jam so often, so now I have her birthday in my calendar as her name, Space Jam birthday party. And I'm gonna fuck with her all day with that one.
That's funny. That's pretty good. Oh man. So I'm up to 10. I'm right on.
Oh shit, he was Doomsday in Justice League Unlimited show.
Oh cool.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm right on par right now. So going into now for you as we're taping this, it's the 10th. I'm 9th, but we're going into the 10th.
I'm still ahead.
Yeah, you're still ahead. I'm right on par. So I gotta watch Demolition Man obviously now because that's whatever you're saying I have to watch. I want to find a copy of The Lost Boys.
I've never seen that.
You serious? You've never seen? Wow.
I've never seen The Lost Boys. Not for lack of wanting. For lack of trying.
Yeah.
I never really tried to see it, but it's just I'm not a huge vampire fan overall.
Yeah.
Even though literally watched, Blood, The Last Vampire, and Vampire Hunter D in the last week and a half alone.
Yeah.
I'm still not a huge vampire fan overall, so
yeah, no, that's fine. And for me, I
watch it. Even though there's a lot of actors in there, I'm down to watch.
Yeah, no, Kiefer's awesome. But the first time I ever saw The Lost Boys, you talked about midnight movies. I went to midnight movie out here, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, and especially because the city it takes place in is literally like an hour from where I live. It's Santa Cruz, California.
I don't sit there going, man, I love this movie because it takes place in New York. 99% of the films ever made take place in New York.
I know.
There's nothing special about it.
I know, but when something like that happens in here and it's not San Francisco, and it's just the beach town of Santa Cruz, which they call Santa Carla, it's kind of neat. So, considering I've been there and been on the boardwalk and gone to a bunch of those shops and rides and stuff, so I think it's kind of neat.
What films do you want to watch?
See, I was thinking tomorrow I might kind of go through and maybe watch some of the Alien flicks because I know I got a box set around here of some of them.
If you're like me, you have the right trilogy.
Yeah, I don't. Well, because they have.
If you watch, let's say you have all 4 Alien films. watch all 4 Alien films.
Okay.
Do not miss out on Resurrection. Resurrection's not a good movie, but it's fun as fucking hell.
Well, because right now, I mean, I'm looking at one of the shelves here that I can see within sight, and I know there's another one in the other room. Because I know there's Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Prometheus. That's the one of the prequel ones, right? Is that part of it?
Which one?
Prometheus.
Sorry, my brain stopped for a second.
That's all right. Prometheus. I'm looking at the shelf, and
God, I hated that movie.
is that part? That's part of the prequel, though, to the Alien thing, right?
That's the prequel that completely ruined the mythos of Aliens versus Predator.
Okay, I've seen Alien versus Predator, so and that one's kind of.
That is a great fucking movie. Haters.
Yeah, it's a little cheesy, but I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it also it fits well into the Predator universe, I guess. But now it doesn't fit in the Alien universe anymore at all.
Yeah.
Because fuck you, Prometheus.
So okay, and then what's the new one that just came out? What's the
Alien Covenant? Which I've heard nothing but bad. I have not heard.
And where does that fall in line? Do you think within the timeline?
After Prometheus, way before Alien.
Okay, so it is another part of the prequel thing. So okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I have at least a box set of the trilogy. I might have Resurrection. I'm not positive, but
if you have the first 4, just watch them straight through, man. Alien is very horror. Alien 2 is more sci-fi action. Alien 3 goes back to more horror. Alien 4 is like, fuck you, we're going to throw as much glitter we can on this as possible.
And then AVP is afterwards.
Yes. Well, technically AVP takes place, modern day.
Okay.
So technically it would be a very big prequel.
Okay.
But it establishes that the aliens are not a new species. They've been around for a long fucking time. The Predators used to have them as part of being bred through Earth people, and then they hunt them down as part of rites of passage.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about the mythos of the Predator that I liked was that they basically drop them off as at a planet and just say, okay, survive as part of your deal. I thought that was kind of cool because again,
at least that one.
Yeah, at least for that one. But yeah, because I mean, even to a point where historically in certain cultures on this planet, they do that. They'll basically say, hey, go off and survive for a month.
Prometheus takes place in the future.
Okay.
So that's where the aliens were first developed at the end of Prometheus. So when we saw that shit, we all just went, that just fucked up everything that we've loved about Aliens versus Predator.
Interesting. Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, so now officially they're 2 different universes.
Damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you, Ridley Scott. First of all, you made a shitty movie, and then you fucked up one of the few good things about your movie.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what else other than that off the top of my head right now that I might do. I mean, I may do The Matrix, but I get bored of The Matrix really fast.
Yeah, I have not enjoyed The Matrix for a long time. Whoa, this is a movie I haven't watched in a long time. I watched that, Children of Men.
Is that the one with what's his name?
Owen?
Clive Owen, and yeah, it's the last childbearing woman on Earth or something.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I decided to Google list of sci-fi film.
Oh yeah.
I have those list of movies that scroll across the top, and we can go through them. I can tell you which ones that I own and I've watched or haven't watched. I own Blade Runner and watched it. Alien, The Matrix. This one I don't own. I've never seen all the way through. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah. Hey, random thought since you brought up Blade Runner. Have you seen the trailer for the new the next one in the series now that they're just coming out?
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, they're remaking Blade Runner, and then I go, no, they're not remaking Blade Runner. This is a sequel.
Yeah, we saw Dakar show up, right?
Yeah, I was like, wait, and then you had the cameo with Harrison Ford, so I was like, oh shit.
Decker showing up.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, it's a sequel. Oh my god, Batista's in it too. Oh my god. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I'm not like a huge Blade Runner fan, but I like the fact that they're pulling a sequel out of their ass this many years, and it's actually an actual time jump.
Yeah, I've only seen Blade Runner once ever, so.
I have the version with 4 copies of the movie on it, with like 4 different, like, here's the theatrical cut, here's the first extended cut, here's the second extended cut, and here's the official final cut.
I typed in list of sci-fi movies, and on Google, that little scroll thing, I saw a movie that I gotta watch now. Because I've been wanting to watch it again for a while, and I just never really had a reason. Inception.
You know, I watched that for the first time recently, because I got it for like $2.
Yeah, how did you think?
I actually enjoyed it. I didn't think it was going to be that good, because I don't think Christopher Nolan is as good as people say he is.
It's a mind fuck, though, that movie.
It is, but like all of a sudden they're like in a dream, inside of a dream, inside of a dream, inside of a dream, and I'm like, I actually kept up with this shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, and on top of that, you try to influence. You're influencing somebody to choose something 20 years from now based on this dream. The inside of a dream, inside of a dream, inside of a dream.
It was fucking weird, but I enjoyed it. I like the idea of it, the concept. It's really good actors.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Really good actors. Yeah, it's Back to the Future on here. Metropolis, which I got to own a copy of one day. Ooh, Jurassic Park. The Martian, which would be such a better movie if it was just Matt Damon sciencing the shit out of Mars. Everything else that wasn't Matt Damon was completely unnecessary.
Okay, I just scrolling through this list. I've never seen this movie, so I don't know exactly what it is. I mean, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. How is that sci-fi?
I think it's more subtle sci-fi than direct sci-fi, in the fact that 2 people who are in a relationship go to a place to have their memories erased.
Oh, okay, that's probably
of each other.
That's the sci-fi.
Because it was a very hard breakup. So eventually they're stuck, their memories converge through the erasing, and like weird shit happens. Then at the end they meet up again for the first time.
Interesting.
Because they actually don't know who each other are. It's Jim Carrey at one of his best, and it's actually a really good film. It's actually one of the ones I've been wanting to get. I found a copy of it one time, a 2-disc version, at the Salvation Army, but disc 1 was really full, so I didn't buy it, and I've regretted doing so, because every other version I've ever found in stores or at the Salvation Army has been a 1-disc version.
And the other one I stumbled upon that I've never seen, but I've wanted to see what the fuss is all about, is Donnie Darko.
I did not like that movie at all.
Yeah, I've never.
Then again, I was younger, so maybe if I watch it now, I'd be more open to taking it in. But I guess I didn't fall in. Like, I guess I'm one of those people that either you really like Donnie Darko and you fall into the whole thing, or you just go, fuck you, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Look at all these films on here. Star Trek 2, The Wrath of God. That's perfect.
Hey, Wall-E.
Forbidden Planet. I got a Blu-ray of that too. You know what the best part is? There's actually 2 movies on that disc. There's a completely different movie on there too, because it stars Robbie the Robot.
Huh.
I don't know what Primer is.
Primer?
Let me open it for a second. I've seen this before. I didn't know it was a sci-fi film, though. I've kind of skipped over it when I found it in stores. I'm gonna have to change that now. Looks like low budget, experimental plot structure, philosophical implications, and complex technical dialogue. Oh God! It was written and directed by a guy with a graduate degree in mathematics.
Oh goodness.
He's a former engineer. Oh dear God! Actually, I kind of want to watch it.
What is?
There's some time travel in it. Fuck.
What is Gattaca? What is this?
Gattaca.
I don't know. I just happened to see that one on the list too. I don't know what that is. Fifth Element. Yeah.
Okay, press the little arrow. Add more buttons. Is that no? There's no more. That's no more after the arrow. Okay. Well, so there's more after the arrow, but I guess not. Okay.
Just go to Wiki and look up the list of science fiction films. And...
I know. The problem is you have to go by decade. That's a lot of shit to see.
Oh no, they have subgenre lists and stuff there too, where you can see time travel films, films set in the future, horror, science fiction. Yeah, they have them all.
Fantasy films, which are related, horror films. I consider superhero films very sci-fi. I mean, Hancock is not going to happen in real life. Do you think man will fly like that?
No.
Yeah. Ooh! List of films considered the worst.
Oh gosh, under sci-fi?
It's more than just sci-fi. This is like the worst films ever in general by decade.
Okay, all right, let's.
All right, so 1930s Reefer Madness.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like
everybody smoking the wacky weed.
It's supposed to be like an
Yeah.
1940s No Orchids for Miss Blandish. Never heard of that before. And the Babe Ruth story. Oh. All right. Okay, I probably own a few of these.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh yeah, from the 1950s, I actually own 3 of these on one box set.
Nice.
Thank you, Ed Wood. 1950s Glenn or Glenda. Talk about a chore to sit through.
The only one I know on this list is the last one from the 1950s. That's the one of that one I know.
We'll get to that. Robot Monster, which is that. You ever see that? We actually have the icon of the Robot Monster.
Oh, is that
either last year or the year before? The little sci-fi helmet with the fuzzy shoulders.
Oh, maybe it might have been a couple years ago because I don't know what that one is.
Let me see. Since I'm looking at it here, copy image.
Oh, is it the white robot? The white robot with the one eye?
Yeah, it's not an eye. It's just like a mouth thingy. But yeah, it's in the sky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one. That's the monster robot. Like I saw that, I'm like, oh yes, that is going to be our icon. That has to be our icon. That was from last year's Sci-Fi September.
Okay, then I do have that on my mind. Okay.
Yes. The Conqueror, which I never wrote. I'm sorry, I skipped another one. Ride of the Monster. The Conqueror. Fire Maidens from Outer Space. Oh my god, that sounds horrible. Just the title, I want to watch it.
I love how you leap from that sounds horrible, I want to watch it.
The Plan 9 from Outer Space. Okay, Plan 9 from Outer Space, I think we've all heard of. Most of us have probably seen parts
That's of it. The only one I know of because I've heard you talk about it.
Because of Tor Johnson's in it as well. You should watch it. He's a former wrestler who became a horrible actor. Speaking of Tor Johnson, the first movie on the list from the 1960s, The Beast of Yucca Flats. Oh my god. Now, The Beast of Yucca Flats is a horrible movie, but I think the best part about it is the narration of it is the most randomest of things that you will find. Flag on the moon. Who put it there? He feeds pop to the thirsty pigs.
What?
Exactly! My god, it's one of the most quotable and worst movies I've ever seen. But I think one of the beast unleashes his mighty fury, just like Tor Johnson picks up a giant rock and throws it down.
Okay.
It is horrible. It is one of the worst movies, and I had one of the best times watching it. Oh god, it was so bad, yet it was so good. God, you should go to the Internet Movie Database. Just look up the quotes for it. Just look up the quotes for it. I think I'm gonna do that just now, too. While I wait for that to load. Or I don't know how you pronounce it. It's probably very horrible. I know I have it in my sci-fi box set. And also, every time I see that spelling, I think about that sound effect that you get from the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons that the monsters used to make. So very hollowed out that they used to make. Am I the only one that watched those shows?
I know kind of what the sound you're talking about, yeah.
Like Thundog Barbarian.
I'm just looking down further on this list going, oh my god. Some of these movies I'm like, oh, cool.
The Creeping Terror. The Horror of Beach Bar. My bad. The Horror of Party Beach, which makes more sense. Still sounds horrible. This is an actual movie title. The incredible strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed up zombies. Don't open that page. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, and I have yet not to watch. Ooh, Monster of Go-Go, one of the earlier H.G. Lewis films.
Yay, 1966.
Everyone's favorite worst movie ever, Manos, the Hands of Fate. Now, I just want to say, I actually have Manos, the Hands of Fate and Santa Claus Conquers the Martians on the same DVD, and it's both an MST3K set where they just rip the shit out of it.
Yeah, that was the first episode ever of Mystery Science Theater 3000 was Manos, the Hands of Fate.
And not only that, though, I actually have, apparently the DVD set I had bought was signed by somebody.
Uh-oh.
There's some random signatures in it. I don't know who, but I don't care. It's my set now. It's mine. A Place for Lovers. 1970. Myra Breckenridge.
No idea.
Zabriskie Point. Zat. An American Hippie in Israel. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I'm going to open this for a second. Bat Pussy.
I love the fact that they have no idea what year it came out in officially.
Possibly 1973. A loose spoof of the 1966 Batman television series, cited as one of the earliest examples of pornographic parody film. You know, the thing is, I actually heard this title before because one of the artists that I follow on Instagram actually did a cover for a DVD release of this a few years ago.
Was it the Suck Lord?
No, the Suck Lord is not an artist like that.
I know he makes figures, but that sounds like something he would totally do. He's totally weird like that.
At long last, love, Exorcist 2, The Heretic. That's sad. The Swarm, I Spit on Your Grave, which I agree with, and Caligula, which I can understand. You know the best part of Caligula is like the half-hour pornographic scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of debauchery.
No. And you know, Helen Mirren's tits, but still. 1980s, one of the biggest bombs ever, Heaven's Gate, which I think actually has a Criterion collection, because apparently it's a really good film, just really panned. The Apple, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, Inchon from 1981.
Inchon.
The Ape Man. Mommy Dearest, Dunyayi Kurtaran Adam, the man who saved the world. Howard the Duck.
Yay.
I almost bought that on Blu-ray a couple of days ago for $6. Ishtar, Nuki, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. The only Superman with Ducky in it. Garbage Pail Kids, just the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Leonard Part 6, Hobgoblins, Mac and Me, and Things. 1990s. Oh my God, Troll 2. That is so bad, but it's so fucking hilarious. I watched it not too long ago. I have a Blu-ray of that. I actually own a Blu-ray of that. Highlander 2, The Quickening. That doesn't even sound like a real title.
No idea.
I'm not even going to try out. Okay, Bad Girls. That's a completely different name. Like Captive Ragazzi. North. Dis. And
wait, North? Like, as in, like, Elisha Wood, North?
9-year-old Scarlett Johansson's debut film. Bruce Willis, Raspberry, Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, it is. Holy shit. Yeah, it's fucking A. He basically says, I don't like my parents anymore. I'm going to try out a bunch of different parents.
Oh shit, I know that film. I don't remember if I've ever seen it out past 1994 though. I kind of want to. Don't you just want to sit there and go, I want to watch this whole shit list.
Dude, that's so funny.
A Story About Love, which has some weird name to it. It's a Norwegian name, so if I'm going to put
this in history on whatever. It has that AE together as one character thing in it.
Yeah. Showgirl.
Hey, Rhino's favorite movie.
Good reason. You're a love film. Don't worry, I just bought that on Blu-ray not too long ago.
Nice.
Why? Because Elizabeth Berkley's tits.
Yep.
Striptease, which if I could find, I would buy for Demi Moore's tits. Le Jour et la Nuit, which is a day and night, and I know I butchered that in French, but fuck you, I'm going to say it like that anyway. Batman and Robin.
That's funny.
Nice to see you.
The scary part is Brian the Claw says that's his favorite Batman movie.
Oh, shit. Oddly enough, that actually started playing in the bar.
Oh my god, that movie is so bad.
While we were waiting for SummerSlam, that shit started playing in the bar.
What?
I shit not. The bar we were at before SummerSlam, it started playing. They were like, "Can we just play NXT instead?"
Oh gosh.
Not that I don't like Batman and Robin. I mean, all the ice puns. Schwarzenegger was hilarious in that shit. The Avengers, which is that movie with Uma Thurman and Sean Connery.
Yeah, the British Ralph Fiennes, I think, is in it too.
I think so. Cinderella Bayana, yeah, it's a 1998.
Yeah.
Parting Shot, and the Underground Comedy Movie, which is neither underground nor much of a comedy.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately a movie.
Oh god, the 2000s. To start it.
Oh, man, there's a lot here. Okay, get ready for this one, people. I'm sure there's a few of these you might have heard of. Battlefield Earth.
Dude, I might watch that just for the fucking hilariousness of it.
I can't. That is one of those films that's even too bad for me to watch again.
That's funny.
That is just really...
John Travolta as an alien trying to take over. Yeah.
Oh.
That's funny.
Honest, which I've honestly never
heard of it.
Rancid Aluminum. This sounds like a great band name. Titanic. The Legend Goes On. Where does it go on to?
What the fuck is that? I've never even heard of that. Not a clue.
An American version of Titanic, The Legend Goes On, an Italian animated feature film about the sinking of the RMS Titanic, which features apparently completely different plot, songs, dialogues, with a similar storyline to James Cameron's 1997 Titanic film, but also with a number of talking animals, most notably a rapping dog.
Oh my god.
Oh god!
This is fucking terrible.
Apparently there's an uncut version that received moderate but generally better reviews.
That's funny.
Oh shit, I think I pulled a nut laughing at that. oh god. Freddy got fingered.
Hey, Tom Green.
Oh god. That is one of the worst fucking films ever.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? He's terrible.
No, he's a horrible human being.
Oh god, Glitter.
Speaking of mysticals.
Glitter.
Why? Why did anyone think Mariah Carey should act, or sing, or speak, or be seen?
Yeah, dude, she's gotten thick, dude.
There's nothing wrong with thick. She's just a horrible human being.
Yeah, she's exemplifies the word diva now.
The master of disguise.
Hey. Turtle. Yeah, that's what everybody remembers.
That's all anyone should remember. Oh god, that Dana Carvey's career going down the crapper. Ballistic X vs. Sever.
Wasn't that Banderas and Lucy Liu?
Yes, it was.
Oh my god.
Sort of like their version of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
Only not good.
That's funny.
At all. Ben and Arthur, which I actually don't know what that is. I know what this one is, unfortunately, from Justin DeKelly.
Hey, American Idol.
Hey, and here's one of my favorite worst movies ever, The Room.
The Room.
Tommy Wiseau's disaster piece.
Oh god, I just seen the next one.
Oh, then you can say it.
Oh, motherfucking Geely.
If that was the actual title, I'd have been a little better.
Oh god.
I will not read the one that follows it. I'm demanding you read that.
Sex Lives of the Potato Man. That is so awesome. Dude,
British sex comedy.
Dude,
say it again.
Sex Lives of the Potato Man. Dude, you know what that makes me think of? Strax from Doctor Who, and thinking, what the hell does he do outside of war? Because he looks like a fucking potato in a uniform.
This is the story of his sex life. It's a group of potato delivery men.
Oh, so it's like the full Monty, but with potato delivery guys.
I don't want to know. I'm not gonna read the rest of that at all. Oh hey, everyone's favorite, Catwoman.
God help us.
That is a real thing, unfortunately. And then Daniel or Daniel the Wizard.
No idea. I am no wizard.
That's probably a German film.
Nobody sees the wizard. Not no way, not no how. Oh my god.
Super babies. Baby Geniuses 2. First of all, I don't recall there ever being a Baby Geniuses 1. Oh, there was! Apparently that received negative reviews too, just not enough to be on this list.
Oh wow.
Oh god, Alone in the Dark.
I think I watched that one.
Yeah, so have I.
Based on the video game, right? Oh yeah, it's an Uwe Boll. Yeah, I have seen it. It's terrible. Anything by him is terrible.
That's such a bad. Or AAG from 2007.
No.
Oh god! Apparently, it's a remake of one of the most successful Bollywood movies ever. Yay! Birdemic, Shock and Terror. You know they made a sequel to that, right?
Nope.
You're probably better off.
Good.
Disaster movie. God, this list is a disaster. The Hottie and the Naughty.
No idea.
Yeah. So guess what? Now we're up to 2010s.
Jeez Louise.
Can you guess what the first movie on this list is?
Oh, I'm looking right at it, so.
Alright, fine, then read it, you dick.
It's the Last Airbender, the Avatar movie. The adaptation from Avatar, not actual Cameron's Avatar.
Although that can be up here too, and it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I didn't care for that one.
About an hour and a half in, I just said, fuck this. This is one of the few times I actually turned off the movie. Like an hour and a half of nothing happening except blue people doing blue people stuff.
I'm blued up and tied.
Bucky Larson, Born to Be a
Oh my
Star.
god, that's with what's his name?
Sure, I'll take your word for that.
I remember seeing the trailer for it and going, why the fuck is this even a movie? It's like he's some like rundown nerdy-esque dude and they're trying to like turn him into a porn star because he's supposed to have like a really fucking big pecker.
Joy.
So
Jack and Jill.
that was an Adam Sandler movie. Followed by
My boy.
followed by another Adam Sandler movie, That's My Boy.
Oh god, now I know what you're talking about. I completely forgot that existed.
Dude, Adam Sandler movies are getting worse and worse the more they go along.
How does that man still get work?
I don't know.
Run for Your Wife.
What?
Clicky clicky. British comedy film based on the stage farce of the same name. Run for Your Wife stars Danny Dyer as John Smith, a bigamist, and Denise Van Outen and Sarah Harding as his wife. Run for Your Wife was directed by the author of the play, Ray Cooney, who also makes an uncredited cameo appearance. Upon release, Run for Your Wife was savaged by film critics. Like, not panned, savage. You know, beat with a stick with a nail in it. With the South African newspaper Daily News saying Run for Your Wife could be the worst film in history. Yay. Movie 43, which is an anthology of shit.
What the fuck is that?
Long Shackles. I kind of want to know now. It's a Bollywood film. I can't do Bollywood. I just can't. Saving Christmas and United Passions.
Oh man. Oh, okay. The United Passions one. It's funny. That one was based off of the FIFA corruption stuff for soccer.
And yeah, that's some really good fucking actors in it, too.
Sam fucking Neill, dude.
Tim Roth, Gerard Depardieu, as I always say. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Depardieu. And Sam Neill, man. Those are some pretty big names.
Yeah, that one I actually might like.
Oh, wow. It has a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes and 6 out of 16 reviews.
That's because people...
Metacritic, on the other hand, gives it a 1.
Yeah.
Out of 100.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to watch that. I just find it stupid that it's a it's an English language French drama. Like, just make it in French.
Yeah, well, they hired American actors, so yeah, I don't think they can all speak French.
Alright, now we know, now that we've seen supposedly the worst there is, I'm sure we could probably fill this list with so much more.
Oh god, yeah.
If we really wanted to.
No doubt, no doubt.
We need to read the Converse now. List of films considered the best.
I was gonna say, how?
Oh god, I have to do it. No! You can't just give me a list? Why? Oh god, why? Jesus Christ, like, you go to list of films considered the best. Instead of giving you a list, there's critics and filmmakers, sight and sound, other notable polls, Rotten Tomatoes, audience polls, genres or media. It is literally action, animation, Christmas, comedy, comic, superhero, disaster, documentary, horror, musical, mystery, romance, science fiction, silence, sports, and western. And then there's national polls. Australia, Bangladesh,
Well, just go to USA.
Albania, or Govina.
Go to,
Brazil, Canada, Chile, China, Colombia, Croatia, Cuba, Czech Republic,
United States,
Egypt,
Canada,
Estonia,
Mexico, Panama.
Finland, France, Georgia, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Hungary, India, Iran, Israel, Ireland. I got those backwards. Shut up, leave me alone. Italy, Japan, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Pakistan, Philippines, Poland, Romania, Russia, Slovakia, South Korea, Spain, Sri Lanka, Sweden, Taiwan, Turkey, Ukraine, United Kingdom, United States, Uruguay, and Venezuela. There's a fucking song in there, and where's Wacko to sing?
Yeah, United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama. That song is the fucking coolest thing ever.
Oh god.
So no, for under the United States one though, like the ones that they give, the four that they give for the best films of the United States all time, I guess. Gone with the Wind, Citizen Kane, Vertigo, and The Godfather.
I've seen 3 of those.
I've seen Gone with the Wind. I think I've Citizen Kane. I think I've seen maybe once, but I don't remember. I probably saw it in a class. Vertigo I've never seen, and The Godfather, whatever.
Where do you even find that list?
Under the United States, when you were naming off all the stuff, I clicked on the United States.
Okay. After doing that, I'm actually out of breath.
So, are you ready to call it a night? Because I'm kind of getting to that point where I'm like, I'm ready to call it a night.
So I guess you're ready to call it a night.
Yeah, especially too because I have to pee.
Well, we can always pause and you can take a whiz.
Yeah.
Just so you know, everyone knows you use the bathroom. That's now out there for everyone to hear.
Yes. Because it's not common for somebody to go take a leak once in a while, or, I mean, I don't know, defecate once in a while. And I like using the weird proper words like that once in a while because it just sounds funny.
I mean, honestly, if you went to the bathroom right now, I would literally just be reading quotes from The Beast of Yucca Flats. Flag on the moon. How did it get there? Boys from the city, not yet caught by the whirlwind of progress. Feet.
All right, I'm going to sneak away. Keep talking.
Touch a button. Things happen. A scientist becomes a beast. A man runs. Someone shoots at him. Nothing bothers some people. Not even flying saucers. Always on the prowl, looking for something or somebody to kill. Quench the killer's thirst. 20 hours without rest, and still no enemy. In the blistering desert heat, Jim and Joe plan their next attack. Find the beast and kill him. Kill or be killed. Man's inhumanity to man. Well, doctors can't hear her. Maybe angels, but not doctors. Joseph Javarsky, noted scientist. Yucca Flats. The A-bomb. Now, if you thought that shit was bad, honestly, there are even worse fucking lines in the film. I'm surprised there's only 10 of them. I'm actually going to see if there's any more. Beast of Yucca Flats. Quotes. You can't tell I'm typing and saying that out at the same time. Ooh, there's a wiki quote for it. There's like nothing on this wiki quote for it. Why? Why is there nothing on it? Why? Oh, TCM.com. Why would Turner Classic Movies play that? I thought they played classics. Well, I guess that's all the quotes you're going to get from that. I should watch that shit later. I do have it, I think, on one of my shitty box sets of shitty. No, I don't. I don't have the Beast of Yucca Flats, do I? Let us find out. I am literally just rambling on like a lunatic right now. Can't you tell I'm trying to fill airtime by just babbling like a moron? Is it working? Please tell me it's working. It has to be working. I really don't have time or strength to be filling all this in with some actual substance. I'm just going to keep rambling on. Shit like that. And realize that I've completely lost my mind.
Hey, aren't you glad that I came back fast enough now and I didn't have to actually, like, take a shit or something?
No, because I kind of enjoyed losing my mind.
Yeah, that's how professional of me having to go take a piss during the middle of the recording. So,
but and stop drinking all that beer.
No, I don't drink beer. So it's more Diet Coke.
At least it's diet.
Yeah, it's still probably gonna give me cancer anyway. So whatever.
Well, there you go. I actually don't own a copy of The Beast of Yucca Flats. Huh.
Oh my goodness.
I own like 2 copies of Mono's The Hands of Fate, but I don't own Beast of Yucca Flats.
The looking at the list here with the best movies of the United Kingdom, Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
That's kind of not fair.
Lawrence of Arabia's on there too, so.
I do have a copy of that I'd like to eventually finally watch.
What does Canada do? I want to see what Canada has.
Movies?
Yeah, considering, I mean, something in French. Yeah, basically it's a bunch of stuff that I've never even heard of, so fuck that. Anything else that I might know? No, national polls. Nope, nothing really. Damn. What's the best sports movie of all time? Let's see what they say is the best sports movie of all time. Oh, go. Really? Really, Wikipedia? Okay, I'm going. Voters chose a list from on online. Digital Spies. As the greatest sports movie ever?
Oh, I mean,
it only got It got 18.7% of the votes from a list of 25 films. I want to know what 25 films were on there.
So why don't you Google Digital Spies greatest ever sports movie?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. They have the cool part is they have the little footnote thing attached to it. Let me see. Rocky voted the greatest sports movie by readers. Okay. So the top 10 sports movies according to Digital Spy readers were Rocky, Senna. I've never heard of Senna. I'm gonna look that shit up now. Never even heard of that one. What the fuck is that? I wonder if it has to do with what is this? Senna. Oh, that what? That has something to do. Oh, the race car driver one that came out, the Brazilian Formula One racer. It came out in 2010.
So not Rush.
No. I thought it was. I was thinking it was the other one. That was maybe the one.
Rush is really good. I watched that not too long ago. Damn fun.
Okay, Cool Runnings.
Seriously, I love Cool Runnings.
I do too, but
that's a great fucking movie. But is that the top 10 sports film ever?
Yeah, that's dumb. Bend It Like Beckham. No. Chariots of Fire, I can understand being somewhere on that list. Karate Kid, Escape to Victory, I've never heard of. What is that one? Let's see.
What is the other? What's the fucking 25?
Yeah, I that's what I want to know. Escape to Victory is, what the hell is this? It's probably some.
All right, it's a view gallery. Okay. What? Okay, this is Digital Spy, right? So gallery of 25. Maybe they're going backwards in this one. So number 25, Hoop Dreams.
Okay.
Number 24, Bull Durham.
Okay.
Now, these are what I think of when I think of sports movies, right?
Yeah.
23, Breaking Away, which is looks like probably the Tour de Force or Tour de France.
Okay. Bike movie.
Film. Is it the dude on the bike?
Okay.
Are you on the same?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I'm going through right now.
Next one, This Sporting Life from '63.
I have no idea.
No idea. Number 5, which When We Were Kings from '96, with a picture of Ali. So.
Okay, that one I know it's sports related, but I wouldn't call it a sports movie if it actually has the actors and it's kind of like tracking them. Like it's like a documentary almost.
Well, documentaries could be a sports movie, but that's more of a documentary in general. Like, I don't want to see Murder Ball on here because that's not an actual movie, that's a documentary.
Yeah, Hoosiers is 20.
Alright,
dude, I freaking love that movie.
I'm not even a fan of it, but I think that should be higher.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Seabiscuit?
Ugh.
Oh my god, look at Tobey Maguire's hair there. Fuck that. That's a reason not to be on this list.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights.
Oh my god, dude, that is the one movie, I swear to God, every time I try to watch it, I fall asleep. I swear to God, I've never been able to.
It's not a good football movie,
I've never been able. Yeah, I've never been able to sit through it.
Like The Replacements was a better football movie.
Oh god, I love that movie.
Another one. Any Given Sunday.
Yes.
Varsity Blues.
Ali. Okay, number 17, Ali.
That was a good fucking film.
Woohoo! 16, Moneyball.
You know, Moneyball.
I love that.
That's if you're not a baseball, like I told my aunt not to watch this movie. I should have told her, don't watch it. You're not gonna like it. But it's got them in it. Like, you're not going to like this movie. It's about baseball.
Yeah.
It's literally about the money and strategies of baseball.
I like it.
I think I like it. Oh my god, I hated this movie.
Oh, dude.
Why didn't you fucking listen to me?
I lived through it, dude, when they were doing all that shit. Because, again.
It's about sabermetrics. Most people are just going to sit there and go, this is a stupid fucking movie. But honestly, as a baseball fan, seeing the background shit and see the Athletics put together a team like they did using just math.
Yeah.
Fucking impressive.
Yeah. So.
And it was a well-acted film.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
The Fighter.
Freaking Chris Pratt, dude. Chris Pratt's in it. And I'm like, wait, what? That's Chris Pratt? Holy shit.
Yeah, that's still Fat Pratt.
Yeah, very much. He played Scott Hatterberg, who wasn't the most fit guy in the world.
Well, he was the perfect guy to play, because at the time he wasn't the most fit guy in the world either.
Yeah. The Fighter.
The Fighter, which I never actually watched.
Hey, the wrestler made it to number 14.
Honestly, that should be much higher.
I like that movie. That's a good movie.
It's a fantastic film. After that, Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yay. Dude.
Warrior, which I've never seen.
Actually,
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, that's the one. If that's the one I'm thinking it is, it ends up being brother fighting brother in like the finals of a tournament.
Of like mixed martial arts.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually do want to see that more than I want to see Fighter. That just seems a little more interesting. Although Fighter, I know, is I think Mark Wahlberg is a boxer and his brother is Christian Bale, some fucked up cokehead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Field of Dreams. Oh, man.
Classic.
I feel old. If you build it, you will come.
Yeah.
Raging Bull.
Number 10.
Which less. I don't know, man. I guess I've always considered that more of a drama than a sports film. Fuck, I hate this movie, $1 Million Baby. Not even gonna. Champions, The Mighty Ducks.
I like
this movie, but
honestly,
material.
It's a kids movie, really. But I personally I like the Mighty Ducks. I actually like D2 better.
I like all three of them. They're just entertaining fucking films.
Yeah, they are.
Plain and simple. If I could buy the trilogy, I would. Escape to Victory. I have no idea what it is, but is that Sylvester Stallone in it?
Looks like it.
That's Stallone and Michael Caine, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it could be.
Huh. I have to look that one up.
The Karate.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone, Michael Caine, with a little blurb on the bottom. The Karate Kid. I like the Karate Kid. I don't know if it's a top 10 film, but I like it. Chariots of Fire. Okay. Bend It Like Beckham. Fuck no. I mean, no. It's not top 10. Cool. Fuck you. I love, Cool Runnings, but fuck you.
Oh my god, dude! Like, for me personally,
have a photo.
Yeah. Oh man, dude! Like, for me personally, a lot of my favorite movies are like not even mentioned on this top 25.
Rocky 2, Rocky 3, you do all the Rocky films.
Yeah.
Rocky 5. Hell, I think Rocky Balboa deserves to be on here more than Rocky does.
Yeah, Creed.
Or Creed.
Creed was awesome, dude.
Yeah. A League of Their Own.
Dude, Rudy.
I was just about to say that too.
Dude, Miracle. You're talking about Kurt Russell, man. Dude, Kurt Russell being the freaking coach in that one was awesome.
There's
fucking The Sandlot. Rookie of the Year. Major League, yeah. Well, Major League 1 and 3. Number 2, I didn't care for.
Fuck you. That was the one I used to watch all the time.
Yeah, I like Back to the Minors better than.
Yeah, but that was pretty good with the whole Marvel thing, the joke.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Hell, dude. I mean.
Soriano eventually becoming president of the United States of America.
Yeah, Pedro Serrano. Yeah, eventually becoming President Palmer for 24.
And now he sells insurance through.
Yes.
What's in your hand, Marbles?
Shoot, man. That list is
a lot better film, man.
Damn right, man. That's ridiculous to me. I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, that was no me gusta.
Like hell, dude. Like there's one movie that I liked called Goal: The Dream Begins, and it's a much better movie than Bend It Like Beckham. It's a soccer movie. And it's basically the whole idea of the kid literally comes over with his parents, jumps the border, and then eventually gets a chance to go over and play soccer in England. He gets found by a scout who happens to be in L.A. who's British, and he brings him back over to go play. I think it's for Newcastle or something, one of the major teams there.
So I put it on a list from Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones apparently has their own list. Let's see what Rolling Stone says. The top 30. Movies of all time. Already, this is better because it's got from Rudy to Rocky.
Dude, fucking Slapshot.
Yes, I was just about to say, that does not.
Yeah, White Men Can't Jump.
All right, so number 30, documentary.
Oh, that's the one on the no hitter. What's his name did? Yeah.
Doc Ellis. While tripping on LSD. Okay, Tin Cup. Miracle.
Yeah.
Chariots of Fire. Now I'm going backwards. It's from 30 down.
Yeah.
Rudy's number 26. Blue Chips.
I forgot about that movie, Shaq.
Seriously, fucking Nick Nolte and Shaquille O'Neal, man. Any Given Sunday. Bend It Like Beckham at a much more reasonable number.
Yeah.
Number 23. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but that ain't top 10 material at all. The Bingo Long Traveling All-Star and Motorcades.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Berry Gordy movie, pre-Saturday Night Fever, John Bendham. This period baseball comedy recalls the age of barnstorming when pro athletes supplemented their income by traveling the country to play against the Rubes. It's helped by a Murderers Row cast led by Billy D. Williams as a cynical businessman, James Earl Jones as the principal activist, and Richard Pryor as a hustler trying to pass as Cuban.
Oh my god.
The movie spoofed the gimmicks and clowning of the Negro League era while making a still relevant argument for the inherent indignity of workers. Even those who earn their money playing games. Okay, excuse me, I need to
Go find that.
find this. I need to find this on Amazon and put this on my wish list right now. Like, I so want to. I don't even want to see it. I want to hold it.
Okay.
It's only on DVD.
Okay, so Victory. I'm reading the one for Victory, number 21 on this list. Dude, POWs. World War II POWs. Michael Caine, Sylvester Stallone, and Brazilian soccer superstar Pelé. What?
Who are going to use a match against the Germans as an opportunity to escape. Oh wow,
Dude, that's how.
what about the longest yard? Either of them.
Yeah. Okay, The Big Lebowski. I wouldn't call it a sports movie.
No.
It has bowling in it. That's about it.
No. I call shenanigans on that. Shenanigans.
All right.
Alright, I accidentally closed the page and I'm letting it reload and it's taking its sweet ass time. So
It's all right.
continue.
Number 19, The Natural. Number 18, The Wrestler. Moving on, North Dallas 40. And The Endless Summer, which is a surfing movie.
Nothing wrong with that.
Fat City. Alcoholic a relationship between a down and out alcoholic boxer, played by Stacy
Played by
Keach.
Stacy Keach.
Yeah, and Jeff Bridges, the up and comer.
Covered by Jeff Bridges. Holy crap!
Yeah. Shot in Stockton, California. Woohoo!
I'm going to be adding that to the list of shit.
Oh, dude, Murder Ball, the documentary of the wheelchair basketball guys.
Didn't I just say that doesn't belong on these types of lists?
Probably not, but that's actually a really good documentary.
I actually haven't seen it and I really want to.
Yeah. Hoosiers, yes. Pride of the Yankees. White Men Can't Jump. Oh my god, dude.
It fits. I think it fits just fine.
Yeah. Oh, don't let him hit the move. Oh, he hit the move. He hit the move.
It's hard to believe that Woody Harrelson has such a range when it comes to this acting.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
exactly. Friday Night Lights. At number 10, Senna, which is that trailer for the Brazilian guy who drives Formula One. When We Were Kings, the Ali Foreman Rumble in the Jungle documentary thing.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
Yeah, Slapshot. Love it, dude.
Oh man, that's great. That is so fucking
Bull Durham at 6.
good fucking film there. Caddyshack.
That's number 5.
That's a very golf-heavy movie, okay?
Yeah, Raging Bull at 4. Bad News Bears at 3? Really?
It deserves to be on the list at least.
Yeah, that high? No, I don't know. Rocky.
And then Hoop Dreams is number 1 on this one.
Wow.
Hoop Dreams is number 25 on the other list. Number 1 on this one.
Interesting. Huh. And like again, this one you didn't even have any kids-esque sports movies.
Nope. Except for maybe Bend It Like Beckham.
Yeah, so interesting. Because like
That was a much better list.
I mean, Sandlot, Rookie of the Year, The Big Green. I mean, those are movies like I still, even as an adult, will watch.
I just bought Sandlot not too long ago.
Dude, I love the fucking Sandlot, dude.
I don't regret that at all.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what other kids sports-esque movies the Mighty Ducks trilogy, Little Giants.
Oh my god. I just remember that was like when I saw Devin Sawa and then I had no idea who the kid was. And all of a sudden, I'm watching a few years later, Idle Hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, there's the kid from Little Giants!
Yeah, freaking Ed O'Neill, and Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. Playing the most polar opposite brothers you could fucking find.
Yeah.
Because apparently that happens in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, and that's I mean, and then you see some of the kids that were in other movies and stuff like that afterwards or whatnot as like misfits and stuff like that. Fucking A, man. Have you ever the movie The Program? It's oh my god, I'm trying to remember who's the main actor in it. All of a sudden, it's like a college recruitment type of movie. God damn it. James Caan, that's what it is, and a young Halle Berry's in it. She plays one of the girlfriends.
Speaking of sports movies, what about The Fan?
Yes, I forgot about that. That's creepy, man.
Exactly right. Now, does that belong on a list? Fuck no.
No, it's not really. I mean, a thing, dude. Necessary Roughness said it came up as things you might also like when I happen to.
List of sports movies. Let's see if they have like a list on top like they did with the sci-fi. Yes, they do. Oh, look, Jerry Maguire.
That is not a sports movie. That is.
No, but there's a very heavy influence of sports.
That is
it's part of the business side of sports with a romance.
That is a chick flick disguised as a sports movie.
You know what? The chick flick I enjoy.
The Blind Side, dude. What about that movie? Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's such a good movie.
Coach Carter.
Invincible. Yeah. The Express was actually a good one too. I'm going through on IMDb.
We Are Marshall.
That one was really Draft Day. I liked too.
Glory Road. I really want to see Draft Day.
Yeah, it's really good, dude. Kevin Costner as a GM. Yeah.
The Hustler.
Oh yeah. The pool movie.
What about 8 Men Out? 42. The Jackie Robinson story.
Dude, yeah, I have that on my Voodoo. Yeah, that's awesome.
Invictus. Again, the replacement's not on any of these lists actually pissed me off.
Dude, how about everywhere we go, people want to know who we are, so we tell them we are Titans, mighty, mighty Titans.
I've actually never seen that.
You've never seen Remember the Titans? Oh my god. And that's a Disney movie.
That don't mean shit. I haven't seen every fucking Disney film.
Oh my god.
I've actually never seen Miracle either.
Oh, dude, Miracle's good. Yeah.
Speaking of films, though, Kingpin.
Radio.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh my god, yes.
Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
That's a sports movie. I'm sorry, that is
a straight up sports film right there, man.
Oh my god.
The Legend of Bagger Vance.
That's a golf movie, right?
It's a good one.
Okay.
Dogtown and the Z Boys.
Oh yeah, the skateboarding movie. Huh.
Apparently a movie called Go, and Babe Ruth played by John Goodman in The Babe.
Oh yeah, The Babe, yeah.
Ladybugs.
Oh my god.
The Rodney Dangerfield soccer movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wildcats.
Yeah, I remember that one. Oh, you remember Hardball with Keanu Reeves coaching a little league team?
Yes, the little kid dies at one point. Yeah, there's a lot.
Man.
That's actually a pretty decent film for him.
Yeah.
Resurrecting the Champ.
Oh, did you ever see McFarlane USA?
No, I have not.
Okay, that's a good one too. I like that one too. Kevin Costner and coaching a bunch of Hispanic kids in the middle of the Central Valley here in California.
Yeah, I've seen commercials for it. It definitely looks like something I want to see eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Mr. Baseball, and Mr. Baseball brings me to Mr. 300, Mr. 3000.
Oh god, Bernie Mac, dude.
Yes.
I like that.
Retirement to get like 7 fucking hits.
Yeah, because they took away 7 hits from him or something like that. Yeah, because of something happened. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, instead he only gets 6.
Yeah, and then Mr.
Because he makes a sacrifice for the team instead.
Yeah. So, oh my god, I stumbled upon one. I don't know if you remember this one, The Cutting Edge.
Yes. Oh my god, there's 4 of them, right?
Yeah, I have no idea. I just saw this one and I just remember Topic. That's all I remember from that.
That was for a romantic comedy, that was still a pretty good one.
Yeah, figure skating. Hockey player turns into a figure skater.
It was entertaining though, especially when they do the montage of trying to learn the shit. That's the most entertaining part of it.
Talladega Nights.
Ooh, I like this. There's a list of sports films on Wikipedia that goes by actual sport.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, Days of Thunder, dude.
Yes. Okay, so here. We just be like this. We literally go to American football and they do it by year.
Okay, here, link me to that, please. And I know we're running super long today, but fuck if I care right now. At least I got to pee. I'm glad I went and peed.
Jesus Christ.
So, American football is what we're looking at, right? Yep.
Just to start with, man. Yeah, just in 1925, the freshman, then Brown of Harvard, the quarterback, the dropkick, the college widow,
Oh my
West
God.
Point, the college hero, salute. So this is college,
Dude.
the forward pass. College hounds, baby it's love, maker of men. The galloping ghost, touchdown, horse feathers, that's my boy. That sounds like a much better one than we actually saw. The All-American, 70,000 witnesses.
Holy, and he's not even through 1932.
Nope.
Let's just scroll. I was gonna say let's scroll down to like the 70s at least, because that stuff more people will know.
Oh my God, this is like we can't. Oh wow, there's a lot of shit that I want to see though.
Dude, Brian's song.
The Longest Yard.
Mm-hmm.
Black Sunday. Excuse me, I skipped some shit accidentally.
That's okay.
Heaven Can Wait. Superdome. North Dallas 40.
Yeah.
Coach of the Year. All the Right Moves. Quarterback Princess. Against All Odds. I am skipping a few.
That's all right.
Wildcats. Johnny Be Good. Everybody's All-American. Necessary Roughness.
Yeah.
The program, like you said. Rudy. Little Giants. Jerry Maguire. Oh, it counts. It's a rom-com, but it counts.
Oh my God.
The Waterboy.
Yeah. Airbud.
Varsity Blues and Any Given Sunday. Remember the Titans and the Replacements is still an underrated film.
Mm-hmm.
Radio, Friday Night Light. It's the remake of The Longest Yard. Invincible. We Are Marshall. Facing the Giants. Christian themed sports of high school coach. Gridiron Gang.
Yay, rock.
The comebacks, the game plan. God, no. Leatherheads, though.
Oh yeah, Clooney. Yeah.
The long shots. The blind side. Blue Mountain State.
Oh, that was that TV show, right?
Herschel. Roll Tide War Eagle. I have no idea what that is.
Alabama-Auburn rivalry. Yeah.
Yeah. Follow up to the 30 for 30 series. That's kind of nice, actually.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking football movies. Draft Day.
Dude.
University.
23 Blast. If you haven't seen that one, it's a little cheesy kind of movie, but it's basically a kid starts to go blind, and he was a football stud. And eventually what ends up happening is they put him on. He winds up going back and playing on the football team and running. Like it's this whole big old deal of like him still having the chemistry with one of his best buddies out there, and they let him play. It's kind of cool, dude. It's kind of
real life stories.
Yeah, it is. And actually, more recently too, somebody just for USC was a long snapper, and he's legally blind. He cannot see anything. They like have it timed out where he snaps the ball to the placeholder and he kicks field goals now. So yeah, it's something completely similar to that aspect.
Hey man, if they can play, they can play. That's
yeah, exactly. So.
Concussion.
Oh yeah, dude, that was a good one.
I need to see that.
Yeah, especially now, even in pro wrestling, dude. The whole thing with the.
Well, hey, this thing came up as that's one of the reasons why they believe Baron Corbin lost his push for a short time. Was because he actually had an argument with one of the doctors that was represented in the movie, who's actually been working with the about concussions, and him being a former NFL player.
Yeah, the CTE.
They got into it in a meeting.
Interesting.
Wow, and then there's a soccer one. There's a whole shitload of soccer movies.
They actually
athletics, field and track. So Cool Running should be on here, right?
You would.
Cool Running. That's not on this, so it might be on a different.
Other list, bobsledding. That's funny.
Auto racing. There's definitely a few good auto racing movies. If you haven't seen Rush, see Rush. It is a very good film.
They actually have one whole category for bobsledding just for Cool Runnings.
You kidding me?
No, I'm just dead serious.
Wow.
That's hella funny.
That's crazy. Baseball. We could be here for a couple of years.
Oh my god, dude.
Let's just start like we did with the 70s with the last one, okay?
Let's do wrestling. I'm going down to wrestling. Oh, that sucks. Lucha films are not included on this list.
It says that?
Yeah, it says although they feature luchadors.
On the list, although they feature luchadors, Mexican professional wrestlers, as the lead character, the luchadors typically portray superheroes, or heroes, often superheroes, within non-wrestling stories such as, come on! Well, then we'll just have to go to that later.
That's funny.
Is My Zombie Mermaid, Oh My Zombie Mermaid on here? Nope.
No, I don't know. And see, a lot of these it's not pro wrestling, it's amateur. That's what really, I mean, it's mainly anything. But then they have, like, The Backyard, and it's about a documentary on backyard wrestling, which is pro wrestling.
Yeah, well, Body Slam. We all know that one.
Yeah.
Over the Top is about arm wrestling.
That's funny.
All right. So if we just go by pro wrestling, you have Alias the Champ from 49. A murder in the ring leads to suspicion against the match's winner, Gorgeous George. Now you know we need to see that, right?
Yeah. Alias the Champ.
I want to see this one. Riki Dozan, Monogatari Toto no Otoko, which is apparently Riki Dozan plays himself and others in a Puro Riso wrestling film.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Paradise Alley. Sylvester Stallone turns his brother into wrestling Kid Salami.
Okay.
Below the Belt. A New York City waitress decides to become a professional wrestler. Wow. I didn't realize there's this many fucking pro wrestling films. I gotta watch more.
That's funny. Body.
And all the marbles. Peter Falk manages women's tag team, the California Dolls.
Comedy. Huh.
Body Slam. Roddy Piper in a story of a rock promoter who converts to wrestling. The Backyard. Apparently there's a Riki Dozan, which is a biographical film of the seminal Japanese wrestler Riki Dozan. Going to the mat.
Oh, dude. On here, I know it's not officially. It's a collegiate wrestling one. You should watch it. I liked it personally. It's called The Hammer. It's from 2010. It's the biopic about Matt Hamill, the guy who eventually would become part of the UFC.
Cool.
Yeah, he's completely partially deaf. I don't remember if he got the cochlear implants, but yeah, it's a really cool little thing. He was on The Ultimate Fighter when I first found out about him.
I want to look this one up. Just another romantic wrestling comedy. A Jewish man has to wrestle for the love of his life.
Oh, gosh.
Foxcatcher just deals with more freestyle, but I really want to see that. I've heard that's good. I don't know. It feels like there's some movies missing on this.
Yeah, apparently there's a doc. Oh, they did the documentary on Ric Flair, the Nature Boy.
But shouldn't there also be,
the Scott Hall?
Mae Young in it? Not Mae Young. They do like a documentary.
Yeah, Lipstick and Dynamite.
Yeah, exactly. That's not on here.
Yeah.
This is very incomplete for wrestling.
Yeah, Lipstick and Dynamite. That was a good one.
Never seen it.
There's also a couple of Lucha Libre style documentaries as well. I mean, they're on Netflix. I could probably look them up and maybe even add them to this list myself. So maybe I'll do that.
That sounds like a plan.
Yay! Oh, dude, and actually, Legendary, the one with John Cena trying to train the younger brother, actually isn't bad at all.
And we will see John Cena is becoming a hell of an actor.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad movie.
Are you ready for Thrice in a Lifetime?
Oh my God, are we really gonna get to see that? Him and The Rock again?
Possibly if he gets signed as Shazam.
Oh my God, they're gonna be in a movie together like that?
So the rumors are right now they're looking at two people to play Captain Marvel, Shazam now because Marvel and Captain Marvel. Fuck it.
Yeah. Okay.
Captain Marvel. And one of the people that are front running for it right now is John fucking Cena, who I know we joked about this when The Rock was hired for for Black Adam. But honestly, he is one of the few guys that could embody, the mental and physical nature that goes with Captain Marvel.
Interesting.
It's not a bad choice at all.
Huh.
So you really have to sit there and think, can this happen? If it does happen, then we will see John Cena versus The Rock for the third time.
Good Lord. Good
Well,
Lord.
that's probably good.
Well, we'll see. Oh, man, that's crazy.
Are you going to go see the Justice League film?
Probably not. I really don't care too much about DC films so much.
Have you seen Man of Steel?
No, I really don't care for Superman.
Okay, then you haven't seen Dawn of Justice, Batman vs. Superman?
No.
Alright, so Man of Steel was boring. Batman and Superman was literally 2.5 hours of unnecessariness.
I like I saw the only DC movies I've seen recently that aren't the what's his name Batman films are I saw Suicide Squad and I saw Wonder Woman.
I'm sorry that you saw Suicide Squad.
I went into it with no expectations, so I was okay with it.
Well, I watched only part of it, and it was a chore to do that.
Wonder Woman was pretty good, with the exception of the ending turning into like an anime fight flying.
I'm not lying when I say it turns to Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Like, it's great Dragon Ball Z ending. What the fuck?
Yeah, it made no sense.
It's like, I plan on getting it on Blu-ray. I will get it on Blu-ray. I'll probably just end it before the ending. Like, okay, Steve Trevor's dead, now I can turn it off.
Yeah, I really didn't know anything of the backstory of Wonder Woman either. I really just didn't.
It's a pretty good story, though. Like, it was very
Gal Gadot is hot as hell, dude. Seriously, she's hot, dude. Huh?
You can have her.
Oh, man.
Got a pretty face.
I think
15 pounds, she'd be gorgeous.
Yeah, I think she's hot as hell. So that's just me.
I like a little bit, thicker. That's just me.
And I think that's cool, kind of legit that they hired her, and she's part of the.
I gotta be the fat one in the relationship, but just be a little thicker.
Yeah, no, I just think it's kind of awesome that they hired her, and she is like got a legit military background in the Israeli army.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with
I think
that.
that's kind of.
I got no problem with being Israeli because the accent works for being Amazon.
Yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool that she had a legit like fighting background and military background. So it was kind of like, okay, cool. They're gonna put her in this role, and she basically has to kind of fall in line as part of the Amazonian Amazon whatever military-esque kind of person lifestyle. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, man. I don't know how in the hell you're not damn near asleep right now.
Because I slept till about 2:30 this afternoon.
Hey, okay. Considering the fact it's like what? As we're taping this at 2:30 in the morning.
Hours.
So, goddamn.
Yeah.
Because I've been up since about 6:30, so I'm starting to fade.
Why were you up at 6:30 on a Saturday?
Because my body clock sucks right now.
Dear God.
That's when I wake up for work, and so my body clock woke me up at 6:30. I was like, God damn it, and I couldn't go back to sleep.
How could you not go back to sleep?
I was trying, but it couldn't. And honestly, I thought I was going to fall back asleep because I turned on the Royal Rumble from 2011, the 40-man Royal Rumble with Del Rio won, and I figured I'd fall asleep watching that, and I fucking didn't.
That one took about 4 days to finish.
Yeah, that was a long one, but I was like, God damn it. And even that, it could have been even longer because they had it down to 90 seconds per interval, or actually probably less. They said 90 seconds, but it felt like it was like 60 seconds.
Oh, let's just get this shit over with.
Yeah, so that's kind of crazy. But yeah, so I watched that. Last night I wound up watching the 92 Rumble. And I love, dude, between 91 and 92 are like my two favorite Rumbles.
Well, 92 is great to see for Bobby Heenan alone.
Oh my God, yes. I totally would love to see some sort of a repeat of that where you have Corey Graves do the same thing, because he could pull it off too.
Mm-hmm.
If he's got a dog, somehow he has some. You got to figure out a way to have him have a dog in the hunt. And I don't know how they could pull that off, because he's not a manager. Heaton was a manager who basically had the influence to bring in Ric Flair. Like they made it
still a hell of a story if you think about it.
Yeah, especially if Ric Flair going from 3 or 4 all the way. I can't remember what number he was exactly.
Number 3.
3. Okay.
No, this is not fair. This can't be happening.
Yeah. I'm just glad they didn't. Honestly, I'm glad they didn't put him as 1 or 2, because then it was like, then you would have had.
Obvious. Now instead he's number 3. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's like it's not that much better. So, but yeah, man. And then afterwards we get the infamous, and I stand here with a tear in my eye. That promo, dude.
And shame that they let him go right back to WCW.
Yeah, they had problems backstage, but yeah, man, that was such a big deal. I remember when he first showed up, and they had to fuzz out the freaking and the freaking the big.
I think that's what makes it more interesting. Now that you watch the footage unfuzzed, it's not the same, man.
Yeah, I liked it when they had they put the sensor bar over his waist, and I'm like, we're not gonna show their belt. I'm like, what? That seems so weird.
No, it makes absolute sense, man. It's kind of cool.
But when it comes down to it now, uncensoring it, it's like it takes away from the story, because it
does.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm calling it, buddy. I'm calling it. I'm starting to fade here, and we've been on officially almost 3 hours. So we've gone an hour. I can't believe that, dude. This is insane.
Wow.
So be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell on Gorilla Blood Radio on the YouTube. Then also to add us up on Instagram, Gorilla Blood Radio, Scott NDX on Instagram, DKorea247 on Instagram.
Commission some art before I die.
Yes.
No, commission some art before I die.
Yes, please. Give Scott money. He will give you art.
Or hell, give me art and I'll trade you art.
That'd be cool too. Shoot.
I wouldn't mind having your art.
My art? Really?
No, not your art.
I was gonna say my art. Really? Like I'm bad.
No, I don't want your art. Like you're in the royal term. You know, the universal your.
Yes. Anybody out there that wishes to trade their personal art for Scott's personal art, that is welcome as well.
DM me through Instagram.
Shoot, hell, I bet Scott would even take your old shitty DVD movies that you don't like anymore, that are like B-level or D-level grade horror
I'll take
flicks.
good ones too. Don't think that I won't take good ones.
Yeah. Shoot,
I'll
hell,
take good movies. I'll take good comics.
hell.
I'll take bad movies. I won't take bad comics.
Why? Hell, Scott will. Hell, he could give out your Amazon wish list and be like, "Hey, buy me something. I'll send you art."
Yes.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Although now probably DVDs, because fuck Amazon for sending me another book that got fucking damaged again.
Oh, are you serious?
Dude, the book is so dented, the dent goes in through every page of the book. It's an omnibus. It's 800 fucking pages.
Oh,
Every page is bent.
Then you can't send it back, or is...
I'm gonna have to see. I didn't buy it myself, or I would have actually been on the phone with Amazon instead of talking to you tonight and be complaining and arguing like, no, I want to either give me a partial refund or make this easy for me to fucking fix. But I'm not doing the fucking work.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
You're telling me,
man.
The book was $37. I've been waiting. This is the last fucking omnibus I need for Captain America. The Brubaker story, just the Return of the Winter Soldier. I'm like, holy shit, it's only $37? Fucking A, will be buying for that price.
Yeah.
Big fucking dead right-hand corner, every page is feeling it.
That sucks, dude. That's garbage. Garbage. Well, alright. Well, on that note, I'm going to go to sleep. Scott will probably watch another movie. So, for Scott, I'm Daniel.
My phone literally just died. I went to look at my phone to see how much energy it has. Apparently I left the game on, even though I had it in the charging position, and it literally just turned off in my hand.
Oh, that's fun. So. All right. Well, yay! This was an extra long edition of Gorilla Blood Radio. Hopefully, you made it through the 3 hours like we did. Kind of, I guess. I ran off for a few minutes, and Scott lost his mind for a few minutes. So,
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. So,
just like a conscious stream,
of movie quotes.
Yeah, you should hear that.
I'm gonna go back and listen to it. So, all right then. Night, everybody. Thank you for listening to Gorilla Blood Radio. We'll catch you next time around. Bye.